We praise God that we were able to come and meet again once more, so we can study. We can look at God's word and see what He would want us to learn from His word. So, nous disons Dieu merci pour l'opportunité ça qu'il baille nous. We are very, very happy to be with you all, brethren, again tonight. Now, before we get started, let's say a word of prayer. Father in heaven, we thank you once more for bringing us together to study. Oh Lord, I pray that as we look at what your word has to say, please give us a humbleness of mind, that we may not only see what the word says, but we may practice what we learn tonight, Lord. Please help us that we may have the humility of Christ. Father, we pray for those that are already on. Please be with each and every one of us, Lord. May we not only come on here and listen and then go about our business, but may we try to practice what we learn from you, Father. Please be with us, I pray in Jesus' name. Amen. All right. So, again, nous disons tout merci et nous t'ai commencé un très bel chapitre la semaine passée, mais à cause nous t'ai commencé un petit temps, nous pas de temps fini. So we will go ahead and continue with our topic that we had started. Now let me find exactly where we had left off last time. Let me see here. Let's see. You know what? We had started. Let me see. Yeah, I'll start here with this one right here. All right. Okay, so we've been looking at, some of the things that the devil has invented, Satan veut mettre un piège dans plaisir et pour qu'à point bon ça c'est pour qu'à prendre un piège, il inventé toutes sortes de plaisirs. So now let's start with this, where it says, among pleasure lovers are many church members. Ça c'est triste, ça c'est vraiment triste, but nevertheless it's the truth. Parmi un pile membre, moun qui remet plaisir, ou je n'ai pile membre l'église nan yo. That's very sad, but that's the truth. Let's go ahead.
Beaucoup de membres d'église parmi les amateurs de plaisir. Beaucoup participent avec empressement au divertissement profane et dépravé que la parole de Dieu interdit. Et se séparent ainsi de Dieu et se rangent parmi ceux qu'il est convenu d'appeler les bons vivants.
Many are eagerly participating in worldly, demoralizing amusements, which God's word forbids. Thus, they sever their connection with God and wreck themselves with the pleasure lovers of the world.
Les péchés qui ont amené la destruction des antédiluviens et des villes de la plaine existent encore aujourd'hui, non seulement dans les régions païennes ou parmi ceux qui ont la réputation d'être chrétiens, mais chez certains de ceux qui déclarent entendre le retour du Fils de l'homme. Si Dieu nous faisait voir les péchés tels qu'ils apparaissent à ses yeux, nous en serions remplis de honte et de crainte. Wow.
That is very important. Let me go back here. It says that the sins that destroyed the antediluvians and the cities of the plain exist today, not merely in heathen lands, not only among popular professors of Christianity, but with some who profess to be looking for the second coming of the Son of Man. And then he continued, it says, if God should present these sins before you as they appear in his sight, you would be filled with shame and terror. So the same issue, same sins that was going on in the time before the flood, this is telling us that just the same thing exists today. And you see, if God really wanted you and I to see how he sees sins, then we would have a lot of shame. We would have a lot. So, I think, this is something we can pray for God to really give us an understanding of the exceeding sinfulness of sin, for us to realize, how bad sin really is. Because I think, sometimes we don't really realize how bad sin is, because sin is so bad that the first time in the history of the universe, the Son was separated from his Father. So si nous réalisons vraiment comment péché son bagage qui est terrible, bon, ça peut aider nous pour nous capables non seulement reconnaître le sacrifice bon Dieu t'a fait, et ça peut aider nous pour nous avoir un désir, pour nous marcher plus près de Dieu.
Le goût des sensations fortes et des spectacles agréables est une tentation et un piège pour les enfants de Dieu, et spécialement pour les jeunes. Satan invente constamment des séductions destinées à empêcher les gens de se préparer sérieusement en vue des événements tout proches.
The desire for excitement and pleasing entertainment is a temptation and a snare to God's people, and especially to the young. Satan is constantly preparing inducements to attract minds from the solemn work of preparation for scenes just in the future. Satan knows that we need to prepare for the things that's about to hit us, and we need to help others get ready. Whether Adventist or non-Adventist, our job is to go and tell, give the 300 messages to everyone. That's what our job is. So what Satan does is he come up with all kinds of excitement, entertainment, and they're like snares to God's people, especially the young people. We can see, our young people, they really have a lot of things to struggle with. I mean, there's a lot of things going on right now. So Satan is constantly, think about it. He is constantly coming up with new things, new entertainment, new ideas to engross the mind so that we are not prepared. That's why Jesus told us so many parables, like be prepared. You don't know when the master of the house is coming. We have the parables of the five the virgins. We have the parable of the virgins. So we don't really know when these things are going to take place. So it's important, since that we always be ready. Always be ready.
Certains spectacles, certaines rencontres et une foule de distractions sont prévues pour inciter à aimer le monde. Et lorsqu'on se lie avec lui, la foi s'affaiblit.
Now, listen to this, saints. This is key. It says, there are shows, lectures, and an endless variety of entertainments that are calculated to lead to a love of the world. And through this union with the world, faith is weakened. You see this? It's unfortunate. I'll tell you, it's unfortunate. I know a lot of us, there's a lot of TV shows, movies, and stuff like that we are drawn to. And it says that these things actually, they are calculated to lead us to love the world more. These things are calculated to make us love the world. And by us associating ourselves with the world more, faith is weakened. And then that's why now when we are placed in a straight position, we can't exercise faith because our faith is weakened because of what we've been, these type of entertainment that we are participating in. So that is a problem, saints. And probably, you know, si vous avez un bagage, vous voulez dire dans mon qui sous le nom, nous avons besoin assurer un tout bagage par la grâce à Dieu travaille bien. So you can let me know if you have something that you want to say. So now we're going to talk about Satan. He is a skillful charmer.
Satan, un charmeur habile. Les jeunes se conduisent généralement comme si les heures précieuses du temps de grâce qui se prolonge étaient une immense fête et comme s'ils ne vivaient ici-bas que pour s'amuser, pour se complaire dans un flot continuel d'émotions.
The young generally conduct themselves as though the precious hours of probation, while mercy lingers, were one grand holiday, and they were placed in this world merely for their own amusement, to be gratified with a continued round of excitement. So this is telling us God has placed us in this world, but we are not here merely to amuse ourselves and participate in all kinds of amusements and to gratify our desires and stuff like that. So God has placed us in this world for a purpose. And you see, that's why sometimes when God has placed you in your family, wherever He has placed you, I think He placed you there for a reason, for a purpose. So the hours of probation that we have, saints, we don't know when our probation is going to be closed. If you die, then that's it. Whenever we die, that's it for us. Even for those that are living, but Sister White says, soon, but none know how soon the judgment of the living will be passed to the well. Basically she's saying soon, none know how soon the judgment of the living will start. We don't know. We don't know how. We don't know how soon. So I think it behooves us to stay connected. To always make sure that we're not gratifying ourselves and amusement and stuff like that. Because this is a trick of the devil. It is a trick of the devil.
Satan a déployé des efforts particuliers pour les amener à éprouver de la joie dans les divertissements mondains et à se justifier eux-mêmes en essayant de prouver que ces amusements sont sans danger, innocents et même bons pour la santé. Wow.
See, this is where Satan has tricked us. Satan lui-même lui une façon pour comment regarder ça. Pour faire nous penser un bagage qui va vrai, mais qui ça le dit. Satan has been making special efforts to lead them to find happiness in worldly amusement and to justify themselves by endeavoring to show that these amusements are harmless, innocent, and even important for health. Sometimes people make those arguments. They say, oh no, what I'm doing is good for health. It's important, or they say it's harmless. There's nothing wrong with it, or it's an innocent amusement. Satan is the one behind this, making us think, oh no, there's nothing wrong with that. We can do this. This is harmless. Yeah, but Satan contre la fait. He's a skillful charmer now. He's making special effort to lead us to find happiness in the world. You see, when we look and, for example, when we read Galatians chapter 5, and we find the fruit of the Spirit. Let me find it very quick. Okay, Galatians 5. When we talk about the fruit of the Spirit, nous connaissons le fruit de l'esprit. All right? Verset 22 dit, verse 22 says, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law. Now, let me ask you a question. Question pour nous toutes qui sont là. One of the fruit of the Spirit is joy. What does that mean? That's my question to you guys. What does it mean to have, like, la joie? Like, what does that mean? Because Satan is trying to give us a joy in the world. Sometimes people think if you're a Christian, you have no joy. It's like you're always mad, My question to you on the line right now, one of the fruit of the Spirit is joy. My question to you is, what is that? What does that look like? What kind of joy is talking about here? Can somebody help us out? Question for you too. Pour tout le monde, nous avons un peu. If you have a second élément de réponse, ça me connaît. Cette question, c'est que la Bible dit, il y a un fruit de l'esprit, c'est la joie. La question me gagne pour vous. Qui joie a parlé de lui là? Qui genre de joie? Est-ce qu'on peut expliquer comment joie ça y est que bon Dieu voulait pour nous gagner? Question for all. Anyone has the answer for this? Anybody want to help us out? Okay. Pour moi qui appelle, for those who just join us, nous sommes dans Galates 5, versets 22 et 23, pour te parler de le fruit de l'esprit. Et puis, dans verset 22, il dit, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy. So the question that we ask is, because we just read that Satan is trying to give us a joy, a happiness in the world. But it's a counterfeit to the true joy. Okay? Well, I'm asking, what is that joy? What is that joy? So, question c'est que Satan lui-même là, ben, nous en contrefaçon de la joie. Il inventé propre et joie dans le monde là pour go have fun and stuff like that. But it's really a counterfeit. C'est en contrefaçon que lié. Bon Dieu dit nous livrer pour nous gagner joie. En question gain qui ça joie ça est? Comment? How can you describe? Comment capable décrire joie ça que la Bible bon Dieu veut pour nous gagner? Ben moi quelques exemples pratiques. Okay, so that's the question. Réponse. Continue to read. Anytime you feel like you have some type of answer, let us know. All right, but we'll continue with the lecture. Okay. Si you have a seconde réponse, fais-moi connaître.
Il qui c'est Satan présente les sentiers de la justice comme pénibles, tandis que ceux des plaisirs profanes seraient couverts de fleurs. Pour attirer la jeunesse, il revêt le monde et ses attraits de couleurs agréables et trompeuses.
Wow. Satan presents the path of holiness as difficult, while the paths of worldly pleasure are strewn with flowers and false and flattering colors. He arrays the world with its pleasure before the youth. You see? Est-ce qu'on entendait? Moi, on toujours entendait. Ça me pas qu'on essaie nous entendait. Qu'on dit que la vie chrétienne difficile. Have we ever read somewhere in the Bible where it says that? And I need some help here, please, guys. Well, does he say that in the Bible that the Christian life is hard? Let me submit to you that the reason it looks difficult to us is because we're not willing to surrender to God. So it's like the flesh is fighting against the spirit. And it becomes a struggle. It becomes a battle. I want to submit that's why it looks difficult. But il dit là, c'est Satan qui fait sentier de la justice. Il paraît pénible, il paraît difficile. C'est Satan qui fait le paraître difficile. Jésus dit vrai, Jésus dit que chemin dans ciel là, l'étoile, ça qui fait l'étoile. parce que pas grand monde qui trouve. Because our nature, this nature that we are born with, we don't want to let it go. It's easier for us. Like, we don't want to let it go. We don't want to surrender that life. À cause nous pas voulons renoncer totalement à la vie ça que moi ou bien à la nature ça que moi ça avant nous fait avec là. Then living paraît difficile pour nous vivre on vit qui saine. Là let me tell you this. On l'autre raison encore qui fait la vie chrétienne paraît difficile. C'est parce que we are trying to do things on our own, right? And ou lever aujourd'hui on dit bon Dieu, OK, m'a péché, pas fait péché ça. And the next thing you know, you see, péché ou t'as battu pour gagner un pouvoir sur les ou échouer. Then on pose cette question, man, bagay ça difficile que la vie chrétienne est difficile. Mais the key is because we're not letting God do it. Nous pas censé renoncer nous totalement à bon Dieu pour nous quitter bon Dieu travail non nous. Mais c'est nous qui avons essayé de travailler pour force pas nous. That's why I think nous vie chrétienne dans lui-même difficile. So Satan ça le fait. He present the path of holiness as difficult, while the path of worldly pleasure lui fait paraître belle. Ou qu'on regarde réclame dans TV, réclame bière. Oh, belle bagaille, réclame the wine. Belle bagaille, ils mettent dans belle bouteille. Parfois, ils montent aussi star, qu'à boire. Ils font paraître belle, hein. Là, on regarde un commercial dans TV, soit cigarette, ou bien bière, ou bien du vin. Ou ils font paraître belle, comment? C'est belle bagaille. Aussi, il y a qui ont cob, qu'à boire, on sait de, oh, belle bagaille. See, that's what Satan does. Le chemin qui mène et des sentiers de la justice, lui fait paraître pénible. Tandis que the path of holiness, the path of worldly pleasure, il fait paraître belle. That's façon piège que Satan mettait pour nous.
Il est dans toute l'acception du terme un imposteur et un charmeur habile. Il dispose de nombreux filets délicatement tissés qui paraissent inoffensifs, mais qui sont tendus avec ruse pour que les jeunes et les imprudents viennent s'y faire prendre.
Wow. So, Saint, j'en t'ai dit tout à l'heure, nous avons une question qui soulève déjà, nous avons une réponse pour lui, nous avons une réponse pour lui. Et joie que bon Dieu voulait pour nous gagner. Comment joie ça est? Comment on décrit joie ça? What does it look like? Parce que quelqu'un qui dit depuis c'est chrétien, pas gain fun, there's no fun. So joie bon Dieu dit voulait pour nous gagner. Dans fruit de l'esprit, il y a aussi la joie. Moi t'as même pour nous aider nous comprendre joie ça. Ça c'est un. On parle de l'autre question pour nous, l'aime finir ça. It says he is in every sense of the word a deceiver, a skillful charmer. He has many finely woven nets, which appears innocent, but which are skillfully prepared to entangle the young, and unwary. You see, Satan a plusieurs. So, il compte ça la fait. Il compte ça la fait. Il conseille des filets qu'il tend pour nous. Il conseille des filets pour nous qui paraissent comme si innocents. Avait dit non, look. In the Christian world, in the Christian life, there are things that looks innocent, but it's really they're not. Satan skillfully prepare them to entangle us. Now again, m'vle quelques exemples. Can somebody give me some example of something that might look innocent, mais qui pas innocent oui? By moi un exemple de yon bagay qui paraît innocent, mais nous connaissons pas innocent, son piège Satan qui est là-dedans. Okay, Brother Johnny, we're happy to have you as well, brother. Encore une fois, vous me parlez. Yes, vous me parlez, nous attendons qu'on est à brother.
Yeah, so Satan, nous t'as suivre en étude là, moi, m'tap li, en même temps qu'on t'a parlé, m'tap ensemble pour me lire. Faut que moi dis nous bien que nous vivons une période qui est vraiment cruciale. Période là, c'est une période qui est tellement cruciale, mais majorité, dans nous-mêmes chrétiens, nous non sommeil spirituel, nous dormir spirituellement. Raison qui fait nous dormir spirituellement, c'est parce que ça que nous t'as supposé cultiver avec esprit nous cultiver le chair. Qui ça me plaît dire par là? C'est que même Jean Tesla dit, Satan, son bête qui vraiment rusé, en pile des fois, objet qui a fait mal yo, Satan fait le paraître inoffensif pour vous. Parce que, nous avons parlé avec nos amis, nous avons parlé avec de yon banquet que nous avons pour jouer là dans l'école là. Et le 11, si Dieu veut me dire. Et puis, mon est ensemble avec me dit, c'est un bail qui est très drôle. Qui gagne, n'a pas de problème avec personne, c'est juste que moi-même, avec honnêteté, je me sens que je ne peux pas bailler parce que je ne pas trouver place moi là. Et puis, mon a montré que lui, ouais, samedi, il comprend, mais j'en viens analyser le bon, je viens wow, c'est pour un message parce que qui ça t'en fait? Dans sa cap détruit corps, dans sa cap détruit nom, Satan tellement purifié, fait le paraître inoffensif, fait le paraître comme un bail qui est innocent, les vignes très très difficile pour nous-mêmes pour nous réaliser que ça l'a fait du tort. Parce que qui ça la Bible a dit même? La Bible a dit que tout ça qui pas bon pour nous, tout ça qui pas un instrument pour instruire nous spirituellement, déconnecte de lui. Mais pendant ce temps que Satan tellement créé un nouveau bagage qui kembe nous internen, so nous venons pas qu'à comprendre qui ça qui bien, qui ça qui mal. Et même le bas a présenté son forme de mal devant nous, Dieu nous pas ouvert assez spirituellement parlant pour nous ouais ça la mener nous dans la destruction. So c'est ça, je suis capable de dire de ça. Merci.
Thank you very much, brother Johnny. Nous apprécions commentaire. Nous apprécions commentaire. Thank you very much. Et bon, pour l'autre monde, qui a peine jeune, nous pas oublier, we have two questions que nous avons essayé de une réponse pour y asseoir. Deux questions très simples. Première question, c'est que Galates 5, verset 21, 22, ou verset 22, 23 dit nous, qui ça fruit de l'esprit en et il y en a aussi joie, joy. We need to know what is that. How can you describe that joy? What does that mean? Comment nous capable faire gagner joie ça? Expliquez-moi, what does it look like? Ça c'est un. Deuxième question, dis-nous yon bagay que peut-être adventistes qu'on participe là-dedans, ou bien nous qu'on fait la caille nous, ou bien en public, ou bien nous qu'on fait en tant que l'église, qui paraît inoffensive, mais qui sont pièges que liés. Parce qu'il dit là, dans plus bagay qui paraît comme si yo innocent, mais yo gen piège dans yo. So nous voulons quelques exemples. Nous pensons que le brother John, il j'en parlé, il déjà dit nous que li banquet capable yon nan yo. So nous carrément pour que si nous gain l'autre point nous veut faire passer, fait nous connaître. En attendant, on a continué read the chapter. Now we're going to talk about a different aspect of the study. It is now education is dwarfed by the love of pleasure.
L'amour des plaisirs porte préjudice à l'éducation. Les parents commettent une erreur lorsqu'ils encouragent leurs enfants à participer dès leur plus jeune âge à des réunions modernes. Ils craignent de les voir rester ignorants s'ils ne se rendent pas à des réceptions et ne fréquentent pas les amateurs de plaisir. Même pendant l'année scolaire, ils leur permettent d'assister à des soirées et de se mêler au monde.
Wow, ça tellement grave ça n'a appelé là. Par contre, si nous pour nous qui est petit dans high school ou bien passé en high school, nous on parle de prom. This could be one of them. Prom night. Oh, fuck lally. It doesn't matter, Adventist or no. Everybody, prom, right? Let me read this. It says, parents make a mistake in rushing the children into society at an early age, fearing that they will not know anything unless they attend parties and mingle with those who are lovers of pleasure. Even while they are at school, they allow the children to attend parties and mingle in society. Some people say, oh, nous pas cacher ti moun yo, faut que nous exposer à un série de bagailles, parce que si vous pas exposer le fait face avec yo dans la société, ils pas connaître comment pour agir. C'est pas la parole bon Dieu qui dit ça. Ça c'est opinion moun, mais ça parole bon Dieu dit. Parole bon Dieu dit son erreur qui est liée, l'ont exposer ti moun nan trop bonheur. Le bagaille dans des fêtes. Oh, faut que mène ti moun dans la fête. Oh, parle que ti moun nan rete ignorant de bagaille ça yo. Oh, les yon réception, les yon ba l'école là, son fête qui vient à l'école là. There's prom. Oh, you have to go. Gros erreur que lié, chers frères et sœurs. We need to be careful with this. We need to be very, very careful. And I'm telling you, everything we hear on this study, and bon Dieu, c'est parole li que n'a pli, we will be responsible. God will hold us accountable for what we're listening to. All right?
Mais c'est là une grave erreur. De cette façon, les enfants apprennent à faire le mal bien plus vite qu'ils n'acquièrent leur connaissance scientifique. Leur esprit est rempli de choses inutiles et pendant ce temps, leur passion pour les distractions prend des proportions telles qu'il ne leur est plus possible d'assimiler les tout premiers rudiments du savoir.
So this is the same thing that it's continuing the same thought when we allow our children to participate in the worldly amusement and stuff like that. It says this is a great mistake. In this way, children learn evil much faster than they do the sciences, and their minds are filled with useless things, while their passion for amusement is developed to such an extent that it is impossible for them to obtain a knowledge of even the common branches of education. Ça crive l'on qui ti moun nan la gen toutes sortes de plaisir ça ou pendant l'école là. Ti moun nan maintenant on vient plus attaché à amusement ça yo que même éducation que il t'a supposé recevoir la caille là. Wow. Éducation là supposé recevoir l'église, l'école là, la caille là, il pas qu'à recevoir ça qui arrive parce que vient en l'amour pour amusement, excitement, even bagay ça vient développer to such an extent that even impossible qu'on y est là pour capable recevoir une connaissance ou bien une éducation. Saints, I tell you, si nous perdons ti moun yo, c'est pas parce que nous pas connaissons ça pour nous faire, nous parfois c'est négligence. We know what we need to do, but because of negligence, we don't do it.
L'amour des plaisirs porte préjudice à l'éducation. Leur attention est partagée entre l'instruction et l'amour des plaisirs. Et comme ces derniers prédominent, leurs progrès intellectuels sont là.
Their attention is divided between education and a love of pleasure. And as the love of pleasure predominates, their intellectual advancement is slow.
Comme Israël d'autrefois, ceux qui aiment les plaisirs mangent, boivent et se lèvent pour s'amuser. Ce ne sont que réjouissances, ripailles et folle gaieté. En tout cela, les jeunes suivent l'exemple des auteurs des livres que l'on place entre leurs mains. Ce qui fait le plus de mal, c'est l'effet permanent que ces divertissements exercent sur le caractère.
You see, this is where the problem is. Let me go back here a little bit. Like Israel of old, the pleasure lovers eat and drink and rise up to play. You know where we find that? Do you remember in Exodus? Yeah, is it Exodus 32?
I think so.
I think it's Exodus 32, the golden calf. That's when Israel. It says that they rose up to they eat and drink and they rise up to play. You see, every time nous la gen nou bagay ça ou parler un peu, ap gen idolâtrie là-dedans quand même. Ap gen de vous la go dans amusement ça ap gen idolâtrie quand même. So that's what happened to Israel. It says there is a mirth in carousing, hilarity and glee. In all this, the youth followed the example of the authors of the books placed in their hands for studies. Oh, saints, we are in trouble. You know, le nou gen ti moun yo tout petit tout. Parfois nous mette il se parle de trop petit ou ti moun trop petit ou getan introduire la on série de bay dans monde là. Let me tell you this. If you have young children, ti moun petit bien bon nou getan prendre voyer dans daycare, then ça leave dans daycare we bal cartoons. You buy cartoons. Oh, you buy ti moun sa on série de bay mais ou ti moun sa apprendre on série de bagay tout petit ou là quand ou pas connaître what's going on. Okay? Parce que the problem is you go to work. Wife go to work, husband go to work, and you have to put them in daycare, even though they're like 6 months old, 1 year old. I'm telling you, saints, we have some answers that we have some things we're gonna need to answer to. You know, the thing is, bon Dieu son parent, il va un bon Dieu qui a cherché pour condamner. Et là que nous réalisons erreur, nous venons appeler bon Dieu, nous demander le pardon. Son bon Dieu compatissant, qui l'a dans la colère, l'a pardonné nous. Mais, le l'a gardé, façon que nous agissons à Timoun. As soon as you have the kid, 6 months, 1 year, put them in daycare and you go back to work. Because c'est la société a demandé. You know, you do that, and then maintenant Timoun ça tout petit, yo qui t'a introduit dans daycare là, avec télévision, qui toutes sortes de bagages là-dedans. Now, ça ti moun nou pense ki bon pour ti moun yo pas look, children that small shouldn't be watching television anyway. When you know what television does to the brain, shouldn't be ti moun that young shouldn't be watching these things anyway. Much less I've got the answer by détruit caractère. And he says the greatest evil of it all is the permanent effect that these things have upon the character. When you let your kids watch certain things, ou kite yo al non série de fêtes, ça nous sorti là, ti moun yo dans l'école, nous kite yo participer dans toutes sortes de fêtes qui gagne l'école yo. Pas faire ça, don't do that. Ou nous pensons si nous pas quitter yo participer, eh bien, yo pas connaître comment pour yo agir là dans la société. Non. You give them the word of God and the word of God will take care of everything else. Okay? So li gen effet permanent li fait sous caractère ti moun nan. That's the danger. Kon alors le ti moun sa vin grand ou pas lavel ou la bon c'est d'attitude ou pas qu'on côté le joindre yo, you know, like what happened? But a lot of time is through our own mistakes.
Les observateurs du sabbat mis à l'épreuve. Les jeunes observateurs du sabbat qui se sont laissés influencer par le monde devront passer par l'épreuve. Les périls des derniers jours nous menacent et des tribulations dont la plupart n'ont pas la moindre idée attendent la jeunesse. Celle-ci sera plongée dans une incertitude angoissante et l'authenticité de sa foi sera remise en question.
Thank you. Young Sabbath keepers who have yielded to the influence of the world will have to be tested and proved. The perils of the last days are upon us, and a trial is before the young, which many have not anticipated. They will be brought into distressing perplexity, and the genuineness of their faith will be proved. And that's for all of us, saints. I'm telling you, a lot of, like most of us, we say we believe the word of God. We say that we are waiting for God's coming. We say that we know there's a Sunday law coming. But I'm telling you, we all will be tested. And especially on the Sabbath, we going to be tested. And that's why, we spoke of that. We spoke on that here before. It is important that we now start to keep the Sabbath the way God wants us to keep the Sabbath. Parce que si nous pas kembe Sabbath bien depuis qu'on y est là, le living pas populaire pour kembe Sabbath à cause qu'on habitué faire petit compromis, de nous pas trouver difficile pour nous faire grand compromis. Vous comprenez? So, nous tout gain pour tester. Nous tout gain pour tester, nous pas passer à l'épreuve. Est-ce que c'est vraiment nous kembe Sabbath façon nous supposer kembe là? Because sometimes we do, we talk of things, and what I'm realizing is, if you don't study throughout the week, ou pas étudier, ou pas prier, ou pas connecter à mon Dieu pendant la semaine là, le sabbat arrivé, ou pas capable kembe sabbat bien, parce que toute pensée, tout ça, ou t'as fait dans la semaine là, ou pas venir dans l'esprit ou, et ou qu'à entretenir penser ça. Now, le fait que vous venez dans l'esprit ou ça va veut dire péché, mais c'est leur entretenir ou venir péché. So it's very important, saints. He says that in these last days, that we will be tested. We will be tested. We will be brought into some perplexity. Meaning, bon Dieu permet que nous arrivions dans ces situations angoissantes. Et c'est ça. Mais maintenant, nous parlons questionner. I hope we don't do that, but nous parlons questionner foi nous. Mais nous te croyons tel bagay. Est-ce que ça c'est vrai? Est-ce que nous pas de mentir, te croyons tel bagay? Nous parlons questionner maintenant. Ça ou quoi? That's why il est extrêmement important pour nous. Ça nous croit maintenant pour connaître, pour nous croire, pour prouver dans la Bible, pour connaître côté trouver dans la Bible, parce que we will be tested at every point of our faith. Every doctrine we have, we will be tested on these things.
Elle déclare attendre le Fils de l'homme, et cependant certains ont été de pitoyables exemples pour les incroyants.
It says they profess to be looking for the Son of Man, yet some of them have been a miserable example to unbelievers. Oh saints, oh saints, oh saints. Qui genre de exemple que nous y est dans le travail? Si on vient dans le travail, nous demandons nous, give us an account of such and such person. What would they say about us at our job? Est-ce que y a dit c'est moun qui toujours aime parler sur moun nan? Oh, lui-même? Oh, c'est depuis qu'on compte toujours là-dedans. What would they say? Parce qu'il dit là, gagnant nous qui dit, n'a tant nous retour Jésus. Mais, son mauvais exemple que nous y est. Pour les incroyants. It is my prayer that that please, the Lord, I pray, God, please let me not be a miserable example to unbelievers. Parce que là où même son mauvais exemple que vous y est, for unbelievers, you know what's going to happen? Moun ki pa kwe ou, ap di, oh, hold on. So that's how Christianity is. I mean, people who believe, that's how they act. And then I don't want that. See, now, au lieu pour nous mener ramener mon frère Jésus-Christ, n'a éloigné yo. So that is very important que l'homme nous puisse penser ouais Jésus, ouais caractère Jésus non.
Ils n'ont pas voulu quitter le monde, mais se sont unis à lui en participant à des pique-niques et autres parties de plaisir, tout en se flattant de ne se livrer qu'à des divertissements inoffensifs. What?
He says, now we're talking about Sabbath keepers. No, we will not get nous à l'épreuve. It says they have not been willing to give up the world. That's our problem. We want to hold on to the world with one hand and hold on to Jesus with the other hand. It says, but have united with the world and attending picnics and other gatherings for pleasure. Now, we're not going to go off in any extreme, saying if you and your family go and do a little picnic in the, no park. This is saying for pleasure. We have to make sure we read everything in context and pour nous pas mal comprendre ça qu'a dit. It says when we do these things for pleasures, and we're talking about worldly pleasures, right? Flattering themselves that they were engaging in innocent amusement. And parfois, on a dit, oh non, ça va rien qui mal là-dedans, there's nothing wrong here, we can do this. Ça, c'est un divertissement qui est inoffensif. But let me tell you, nous te wè talè, en pile bagay nou qui est inoffensif, Satan met piège dans yo. Et pas oublier, pour moun qui a peine joindre nous, the question that we're looking for, I'm looking for some answers is, we need some example. By nous quelques exemples of something that looks innocent, but vraiment son piège qui est lié. Anything, in any aspect of life. It was something that looks innocent, but it is a snare of the devil. When we talk amusement, okay? So we need some of those things. Okay, si vous voulez parler, femme connaît, but nous besoin quelques bagages, exemples comme ça. C'est même ça n'a parlé là, parce qu'il dit, Satan permet de nous participer dans ce de bagages qui semblaient inoffensifs, mais nous c'est piège que yo est. Piège, c'est vrai ça.
Mais ce sont justement de telles complaisances qui les séparent de Dieu et font d'eux des enfants du monde. Dieu ne considère pas le jouisseur comme étant son disciple. Seuls ceux qui pratiquent le renoncement et qui mènent une vie sombre, humble et pieuse sont les véritables disciples de Jésus. En tant que tels, ils ne se peuvent se complaire dans les conversations vaines et frivoles de ceux qui aiment le monde.
Well, let me go back because there's another page that I need to read. It says, yet it is just such indulgence that separate them from God and make them children of the world. What makes us children of the world is when l'on a participé dans celui des amusements qui semblaient innocents, yo pas innocent vrai. Yo semblait innocent, mais yo pas innocent vrai. So bagay ça vient séparer nous petit à petit de Dieu. Satan, he's shrewd, he's smart. He's not going to make a bold comment te gade ça? But Satan c'est pour nous dans l'église pour nous perdus. He's not trying to get us to leave church. If you leave church, then on moun n'a vinn pas la voix pour prendre conscience ou repentir. Il veut faire nous avec pharisiens pour nous dans l'église là mais pour que nous endurcis contre la vérité. C'est ça que je fait. Satan is trying to get us to be just like the Pharisees, for us to be in the church while our heart is hardened against the truth. That's what the Pharisees did. Satan knows you can be lost inside the church. We can be lost inside the church. And it says, God does not own the pleasure seeker as his follower. Let's pay attention to this. Okay, let's think about what we just read. On nous penser à ça tout là, j'aimerais dire. Il dit, God does not own the pleasure seeker as his follower. Those only who are self-denying and who live lives of sobriety, humility, and holiness are true followers of Jesus. And such cannot enjoy the frivolous, empty conversation of the lover of the world. Oh, I thank God for this type of counsel, saints. I praise the Lord for this type of counsel that we have. So if you and I, we don't have the humility, we don't have the holiness, sobriety, moi avant nous pas disciples Jésus-Christ. C'est ça le dit là. Et moun qui vraiment disciple Jésus-Christ là, il conseille de conversation que moun qui aime même monde là a entrer dans eux ou qui vrai disciple pas entrer dans eux. Si moi on ensemble avec au chef frères et sœurs, nous pas humble, nous pas pieux. OK? Nous moi on ensemble avec nous pas disciples Jésus-Christ vrai. Nous depuis c'est moun qui chercher plaisir monde là. We are not Christ's true disciples. Yes, Brother Leslie, well, Family Simera, yes, if you have an answer, go ahead. Don't know if you're able to unmute yourself, or let me see. If you're able, if you see the little question mark, push it so I can unmute your line, brother. So if you have souvent élément de réponse pour question. Let me say unmute Linua, brother. I don't know. Okay, there you go. There you are. All right, go ahead now. Yes, sister.
I don't know if you're looking for an answer. You said for
yes, we are.
Well, I was thinking about those holidays. We have Christmas that really people put it as of like we're celebrating Christ Jesus, which I know at the bottom of it there is danger in that. Do we know Christ is leaving? Yes, we do. But at the end of the day, Satan is behind that celebration. And we can also look at Valentine's, those type of holidays, where they say you have to show love with to your mate. There's also danger in that because these things are not fighting by God. You have your mate where you can show love every single day. And we have also Mother's Day, where even God said to honor thy mother and thy father. But Satan come with these things, the way the day that they put on them, they not founded upon God. And we can go on and on. We have those fall festivals. Is there truth in it? Yes. Is Satan's on it again? Yes, there are. And we can even go on to even Thanksgiving if we don't do it the right way. So there is, I was thinking of just those holidays and see how there is, it pretends to be innocent, but there is danger in it.
Thank you very much, Sister Simera. Oui, on apprécie ça. So pour moun qui a peine monté, question posée, hein, c'est pour les Sister Simera d'abord un élément de réponse. Question c'est que nous lit que Sister White dit nous qu'il y a un pile amusement qui semblait innocent, mais ça a mis piège dans eux. So nous demander pour question nous poser pour nous qui soulever nous quelques exemples of something that looks innocent but it's a snare of Satan. So sister partage avec nous plusieurs the holidays, Christmas, and she said even Thanksgiving, si nous pas faire la façon nous supposer, hein. Il parlait de Mother's Day, il parlait de Valentine's Day, tout ça. Maintenant, il semblait innocent sur la surface, mais il y a un piège dans yo. So if you feel you want to add some things to this, let us know, okay? Si tu as aimé ajouter un bagay nan sous question ou un élément de réponse pour question nous, let us know. But n'a continuer. We almost finished with our slides because nous pas c'est même étude last week là nous pas get en fini nous t'a continuer. So we almost finish with it. And if you have questions, get them ready. Remember, you can ask any questions about any topic, any subject, or it does not matter. If we don't have the answer, then we don't have the answer. Yeah, if we don't have, well, if you ask a question and we don't have the answer, then we'll, I guess, we can study it out, you know. But ask any questions, you know. We have a lot of brothers and sisters on the line here that can help us. And if somebody asks a question in one language, I will try my best to translate it for everyone. That way everyone on the line can, because we have people that's strictly English, we have people that's strictly Creole. So, famille estimée, Sister Natasha or maybe Brother Claudie, go ahead.
Oui, alors, moi dis bonsoir à tout le monde qui est sur les Nassoya. Bonsoir, Brother Mac. Ça me gagne, c'est pas. Alors, bonne question avant tout. Mais après, ça me donne à ajouter un autre bagage sur ça, c'est à ce dire. Si c'est à ce parler de Christmas, il parlait de
Easter. Yeah.
Il parlait de Saint-Valentin tout. Nous avons fait ça aussi.
Saint-Valentin.
Et nous, adventistes fêtés, normalement. Nous avons là-dedans. Gagnons l'autre bagage comme pensée qui est très, très, très populaire dans l'église. D'ailleurs, mais comme si, au fond, tu opines sur les tout. Nous, les bons dieux, comme les bons dieux finissent Adam et Ève, ils étaient mariés. Alors, faut honnête, moi-même, tout le monde pas marié, je ne comprends pas comme ça. C'est amusement, on a dansé, mettez l'autre musique, fait mon danser. Nous, les bagages, ça vient vraiment populaire dans l'église nous connaissons. Je songe que ça m'a mal dans mariage. Je m'oblige pas arrêter parce que je senti l'esprit bon Dieu par là. Mariage là n'est fini, discours fini fait et puis mon yo là bon seul jazz. Donc je pense que nous avons pile bagarre pour nous. Après étude ça grand pile bagarre pour nous vraiment penser sur lui pour nous pas prendre un piège. Satan Jean frère et pour de Max dit non. Et puis ça question me gagne pour assurer ali pas dans sujet mais m'a poser quand même. Question me gagne est-ce que un chrétien t'a de prendre life insurance? Est-ce que un chrétien t'a de prendre life insurance?
That is a very good question. Let me translate what the brother just said. All right. Let me translate what the brother just said, and after that we have Brother John that wants to say something. So the Brother Estime was saying that he agrees with you, Sister Simira. You added, for sharing with us all these holidays that looks innocent, but they really are snares of Satan. And he added one. He's saying that nowadays the way weddings are being conducted in our churches, it's like there's two aspects of it. The first one, we pray, we sing, and we listen to the word, and after that we go to the reception. Everything goes. Everything goes. For Haitians, that compas, they start playing that compas. Everything goes. It's just like it's no difference than a club. That's what's going on right now in most weddings that even some I attend, and when I see these things going on, so I know exactly what the brother is talking about. So that's what he said. Now, second, he had a question. So Brother Claude asked a question, and he wants some answers. So the question is, should a Seventh-day Adventist have life insurance? That's the question. Should a Seventh-day Adventist have life insurance? Brother, I'm going to read the answer for you because Sister White talks about that. In fact, I praise God that you came up with this question, brother, because I've been contemplating, should I do a study on that or not? So I've been contemplating, should I do a study on that? Because I've read something, Sister White says, about life insurance. I'm going to put it on the screen so everyone can see and we can read it together. All right, but before we do that, And I think Brother John can. Brother John has a question. Brother John, whatever, or maybe Brother John has an answer. Go ahead, Brother John.
Salut tout le monde. C'est un plaisir pour nous avec nos soeurs. So, maintenant, de bonne manière, est-ce qu'il n'est pas important pour ta finir avec les questions de Claudien, après vous t'avez sur moi, ou du moins, si ça pas de problème, je vais faire intervention comme on est en bambine, so, fais-moi connaître.
Okay, so yeah, no, you go ahead. Go ahead, say what you need to say, and then we'll come back on Brother Claude's question. We're not going to forget his question. It's a very important question he asked. But go ahead and say what you need to say. We'll get back to him.
Okay, so, c'est mon travail, moi, gagnons constat que me fait. Normalement, là, nous dans peak season, moment ça, yo busy en pile. Mais on sort des activités au métier dans le travail là. A dit les ou vinn ou rentrer ou fin scan badge just ou punching et puis ou bien computer pour aller ou gen ti icône dans computer hein. Bon bagay ou cliquer sur lui qui vient des numéro 1 à numéro 5. Bon bagay qui viré. Et puis, ganti aiguille qui tombe sur mon numéro, soit sur, ou qu'à tomber sur numéro 2, numéro 3, numéro 5. Mais, automatiquement, on fait 5, à dire, ou bien 5, on va y aller petit box, calé, à 40 ou. So, petit box, à avec, ou qu'à acheter n'importe quoi dans le travail, là, ou qu'à acheter montre, ou qu'à acheter n'importe quoi besoin, dedans, ou qu'à acheter. Ok? Et, ça fait une troisième peak season. J'étais toujours qu'on fait. Mais notre jour, me réalise, me dit, est-ce que ça son bail équipe? Est-ce que pas un piège d'elle? So, parce que nous sommes des étudiants, de temps à autre, n'a pas apprendre. So, m'image de me dit, parce que Satan lui-même, il est très rusé. Me dit, est-ce que pas un bail d'elle ça? Me dit, bon, m'a stop li, qu'on n'a pas fait. Pendant ma travail comme ça, un manager qui vient côté, qui pote yon ti kat bam. Ti kat ça, ou bien accès pour gratter, pour ou ka tomber en bas gift card, ou ka tomber en bas ti box tout, donc fin gratter. Puis m'go adventistes m'a parlé avec elle. Il bam ti kat là, me dit non m'a gratter. Quand il dit adventiste là dit est-ce que me dit prendre, me dit me prendre sous besoin mettre prendre pas besoin, dit pour qui ça? Me dit ah, me dit me réaliser ça gon bagay de elle so m'bavle. Et puis il dit m'pa rien qui mal dans ça, c'est là pour rouler bail là pour gagner bail. Me dit pour moi me considère presque c'est même Jacques Bollet qui lié parce que gon lot ou chercher pour gagner. Il dit bon non, ça il pas rien qui mal là-dedans. Me dit comme ça OK. Il dit parce qu'il vient aller dans store son gaz de chinois acheter un petit carte ou je bolette pour gratter ou so gain l'eau. On a dit oh non ça c'est au dépenser l'argent pour lui. So ça m'a payé pour lui seulement ou ba man travail là comme mon prime. So ça monte dans idée de faut me partager la groupe là. So pour moi même moi elle pas bon. So me dit qu'on fait année qu'on passe mais qu'on y a me dire automatiquement l'aime vinn travail pas pour rouler rien et puis les obam quand tu m'pas prendre so c'est comme ça que moi parce que c'est une bonne suggestion cabal de ça automatiquement moi pas bon parce que ça attend tellement gain piège la metton sur des bail ou pas même ouais c'est tant que son bolet toi je même pour moi me conseiller son bolet.
Yeah, thank you very much, brother. See, if somebody wants to add something, want to say something to that effect, please feel free to do so. So basically, it's like points that you're gaining at his job, depending on the type of level, how well you do your job. You get points, and you get to do like scratch things off, and then you can win stuff. You can win watches and whatever they want to give. So he feels as though Satan might have something to do with that. So he's been very careful about it. So if somebody wants to add something to this, feel free to do so. Now, let me see here. So So you can tell me, if you tell us what you think. Tell us what to think. We want to say welcome to Sister Will Jean-Baptiste. Nous disons bienvenue, Sister. Nous comptons pour nous gagner ensemble avec nous as well. All right. So this is what I want to share with you. I'm hoping, can you guys see my screen? If you can see the screen that talks about life insurance right now, send me a message. Send a message to the app. Let me know. I want to make sure you can see what I'm looking at right now. I just shared the screen with you, but I want to make sure. Let me share it again. Yeah, I want to make sure you can see right now what I have on the screen, because that's what I'm going to read. Do you guys see it? Can you see it? Please, somebody tell me. Send me a message. Let me know before I start reading. Est-ce que nous capables? Okay, sister, I say no, Ibakawe. So, thought you would be able to see, so no one else can see it. Okay, let me see. So nobody can see. I guess I didn't want to read it and not let you. I wanted for you to see it as well. Let's see. Let me try again. Let me try again. Okay, you guys still cannot see? Yes, no? Okay, Brother John says he see it. All right, good. All right. So for those that's using the app, then you will be able to see our screen. But unfortunately, for those who just called the line, you cannot see. But I will read for you, and you can listen. In fact, let me see if I can find that in French. Okay, unfortunately, it's not in French, so I wouldn't be able to read it in French. But I'll read it in English, then I will try my best to kind of translate. So, Brother Claudie, this would be the answer to your question. I'm going to read it, and you guys can tell me what you think. This is Testimonies for the Church, Volume 1, page 549. Okay, this is Testimonies to the Church, Volume 1, page 149. The title is actually Chapter 96. Chapter 96 of Testimonies to the Church. Okay, it's Chapter 96, page 549. All right, Chapter 96. The title is Life Insurance. That's the title. I'll tell you, since I struggle with this, I was been thinking, Lord, should I share this with the saints? Because I know not everybody's ready to listen to hear certain things. Remember, so I was kind of struggling. But since the question is asked, so we're going to try to give an answer from the Word of God. Before we read it, let's pray so we can understand. Father in heaven, as we continue on with the Bible study, Lord, please, we pray for understanding. We pray for wisdom. We pray that you would make things plain to us. May we see, may we understand, Lord, please. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. It says, I was shown that Sabbath-keeping Adventists should not engage in life insurance. I'm making sure that I'm reading very slowly. I'm making sure that you understand what I'm reading. And I'm very happy that you can see my screen. That way you see exactly what I'm reading. It says, I was shown that Sabbath-keeping Adventists should not engage in life insurance. Now, I know, nous parlons de plus de questions. Il dit en français, il dit que, ou m'a dit en créole, il dit que, bon Dieu montre que Adventistes pas supposé engager dans life insurance. This is a commerce with the world which God does not approve. Il dit ça c'est une transaction que le monde l'a fait, que bon Dieu pas approuvé. Those who engage in this enterprise are uniting with the world. while God calls his people to come out from among them and be separate. So, il dit, moun qui engagé dans l'entreprise, yo ap uni yo avec monde là. Tandis que bon Dieu a relé nous pour nous séparer nous de monde là. Saith the angel, Christ has purchased you by the sacrifice of his life. What? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost, which is in you, which you have of God, and you are not your own? For ye are bought with a price. Therefore, glorify God in your body. We know that verse. And in your spirit, which are God's. For ye are dead, and your life is hid with Christ. When Christ, who is your life, shall appear, then shall ye also appear with him in glory. Here is the only life insurance which heaven sanctions. You see, if we're looking at the context here, saints, the context is that, remember, when we have life insurance, pretty much what you're saying is you're putting a price on you. You're saying, this is how much, if in case you died, and this is how much you're gonna get, for your family and stuff like that. So, but this is telling us, we are not our own. We were bought with a price. And this is the only life insurance that heaven sanctions. Et c'est seul life insurance ça que bon Dieu lui-même l'a accepté. Now listen, I'm going to continue. It says, for those that are first joining us, there is a question that was asked. Should Seventh-day Adventists participate or have life insurance? Listen, saints. Some of these things, when we read them, people are going to say, oh, man, that's extreme. Oh, we are now in. No, look, I always say this. If something is in the Word, I read it, and I understand it. I'm going to ask God to help me go with it. If it's not clear, I'm going to pray about it. Some things are clear, and I'm going to ask God to help me with it. Because, see, there's like a current. Tout le monde a aller sur la même direction. Quand on monde camper pour aller dans une direction qui est contraire, you dit ou sont fanatiques. That's what's happening. There is a current. Everybody's going the same path. That's why Sister White saw a vision. She saw in a vision that a train that's going very fast, and that train has the whole world on it. And Satan was the one driving the train, and he was going straight to hell. And everybody's on it. And there was a group of people that were not on it. They were not much. See, this is what I'm saying. Satan, the way the world works is like everybody must do this. Since the world is doing it, everybody must do it. If you stand up against it, or they say, oh, no, this guy's an extremist. Oh, no, he's gone off the deep end now. What's going on with him? He's extreme. See, people use this word, extreme. They use it to scare other people off, or they use it so they can compromise. Now, again, there are extremists and everything. We don't want to fall in any type of extreme. But if the Word of God says something and it's clear, and you're trying to practice what the Word of God says, that's not extremist. In fact, Sister White says if Seventh-day Adventists live the way God wanted them to live, the world would look at them as extremists, straight-laced, and all kinds of names. But let me go ahead. Let me continue. And feel free, once I finish with this, you can add your, if you call, and by the way, if you call the line and you want to say something, you can press *6, okay? Press *6, and I will let you talk. And that will show me that you want to talk, and I will put you on the queue, and you can talk. But if you using the app, you know what to do. But if you call the line, sourez les lignes dans une question, pesez étoile 6 dans téléphone. Okay, let's continue. It says, life insurance is a worldly policy which leads our brethren to brethren who engage in it to depart from the simplicity and purity of the gospel. Il dit, life insurance, c'est un policy moderne qui cause membre l'église yo qui engagé là-dedans, yo censé comme te ka dit mom te ka joindre là. Simplicité ou purité l'évangile là nous perdit. It says every such departure weakens our faith and lessen our spirituality. Said the angel, but you are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people, that you should show forth the praises of him that hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. As a people we are a special sense the Lord's, meaning we belong to the Lord. Christ has bought us. Angels that excel in strength surround us. Not a sparrow falls from the ground without the notice of our Heavenly Father. Even the hairs of our head are numbered. God has made provision for his people. Gen ki toujou di wa, sou pa gen life insurance. Den lè moun nan mouri, comment on va faire enterrer? Ou ça le dit là? Pas gen yon grand cheveux sous notre tête ou que bon Dieu va gen contrôle. He says he has a special care for them. And he says they should not distrust his providence by engaging in a policy with the world. It says, nous pas supposé, nous fait ça, c'est comme si nous pas fait bon Dieu confiance. Le nous engager nous dans une policy qui dans le monde là qui c'est insurance. Pour moun qui happen during I see a lot of people coming on late. I'm just making sure we are on the same page. The question is, should Seventh-day Adventists have life insurance? That's the question. Look, somebody asked me a question. I'm reading. You make out of this what you will. I'm just reading it. That's why I'm sharing the screen with you so you can see where I'm reading from. I'm reading from Testimonies to the Church, Volume 1, Chapter 96. The title is Life Insurance. That's the title of the chapter. If you have the Ellen G. White app, just type in life insurance. Just type that, and you will come up. There's many different books that talks about it, but you want to go to Testimonies to the Church, chapter Volume 1, page 96. Brother Greg, I see you want to say something, brother. Go ahead.
All right, thank you, Brother Mark. The Bible tells us in Revelation chapter 12, verse 9, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. Deceived the whole world. Every single body on this earth has been deceived by Satan. Now, the principle with life insurance is to prepare for death. You see, the Bible tells us that God is not the God of the dead, but of the living. God never wanted his people to look forward to dying. He never wants his people to put in their mind that they're going to die. Their heart should be like the heart of Paul. The Lord shall descend from heaven with a shout of the archangel, and the dead in Christ shall rise first, and we which are alive shall be caught up with him. You see, Paul was not thinking about that. And Abraham, when Sarah died, Abraham didn't have a burial place. He didn't have insurance. He didn't have nothing prepared for Sarah. So when Abraham went to go bury his wife, the surrounding nation, those guys was looking at him like, man, you're royalty. How did you not make preparation for the dead? He didn't do that because God is not the God of the dead, but of the living. So Abraham did not think of death or prepare for it, nor did Sarah. Because in their mind, if God so chooses, he can translate. So not only that, Scripture tells us here that Jesus said, let the dead bury the dead. And it also tells us in Philippians chapter 4, verse 19, that the Lord shall supply all of our needs. I have one more for you. Matthew chapter 6, verse 25. Therefore, I say unto you, take no thought for your life. Let me tell you something. The problem with us, Brother Mark, is not with the word and with spirit of prophecy. The problem is with us. And you see, Satan is going to corner us with that. That's what the mark of the beast is going to do. It's going to corner you at your faith. Do you really believe in this God that you say you believe in? Do you really need to be subscribed to the system of this world? So in a sense, life insurance kind of puts you in a preparation. And I know, I have dear family members and friends that have tombs that they're paying for in preparation for their dead, because a lot of them say, well, we don't want to put the burden on our families for if we die, who's going to bury them, because finances is a lot, etc. But we have to trust the Lord when He say, don't think about that stuff. Let me deal with it. So the Christian, the Adventist, the children of light, I believe, should not be looking forward to dying, even if it sounds good as something like life insurance.
All right, thank you very much, brother Greg. Don't know if anyone else wants to add something. Saints, like I was saying earlier, I've shared this with other people before, but sometimes people are not receptive, so that's why I was kind of I wasn't sure whether or not I should share it with you guys, but I'm happy the question was asked. Okay, so we have two more people. We have Sister Devraient-ils, and then we have Sister Devraient-ils, we have Brother Johnny, we have Brother John, then we have Famille Estimée. I'm going to make sure that I translate everything that's going to say here. You guys go ahead, feel free. So if you're more comfortable with whichever language, it doesn't matter. I will make sure that I translate. All right? Go ahead, Sister Gina.
Bonsoir et bon sabbat à tous.
Bon sabbat.
Merci. Nous avons 2 à 3 semaines depuis qu'on a parlé de sorte d'amusement aux chrétiens t'as supposé gagner. Je dis d'ailleurs qu'on est pour les enfants. Qui type d'amusement nous t'as supposé gagner pour ti moun yo? Est-ce que nous capables bay ti moun yo jouer n'importe jouet, aller sur des dessins animés, bay nous pour jouer? Est-ce que nous capables bay ti moun yo ça? L'autre question, c'est que, par exemple, les chrétiens ont famille qui ont un petit monde de 7 ans, 8 ans. Est-ce que c'est OK pour tout le monde aller à l'église, pour aller jouer, arriver à l'église, par exemple, poupée, tout le monde arrive à l'église, la peint poupée, la fait l'autre jouet pendant que passer à prêcher ou bien marronner. Est-ce que nous trouvons les OK?
All right. Thank you very much, Sister Devraient-ils. Our sister's question was, she asked 2 questions. I'm going to go ahead and answer the second one. I think that's not too hard to answer. The first question is, since about 2 weeks, we've been speaking on some of the amusement that we shouldn't participate in as Christians. That's what we've been speaking on for the last few weeks. And she said, for children, for kids, what sort of amusement that they can participate in? Should we give them cartoons? What are some of the things that we can give them? So that question is, really for anyone that's able to help us out. The second question she asked was, is it okay for a Christian family to go to church and give the children dolls, to play with, to do their hair while they're in the church, or while the pastor is preaching, and they can just play with something, give him something to play with. Let me just answer this question. Friends, we just got to be serious about this. So you're going to have a child, and you're not going to give him a Bible? And when they go to church to open the Bible, you're going to give him dolls, you're going to give him toys to play with in the church? It does not matter how old. You don't want to do that. You do not, look, ça, sou fait ça, ou met konnen, pour l'église, and then pour bay ti moun toys to play. You know, I see it all the time. I see it. I see it. I see kids in church, and they have toys they play with. And it's unfortunate. But saints, l'église bon Dieu, ti moun yo pa gen respect pour li. You know, we need to train them very small, very young. Train them to start having a respect for the house of God. But if we let them do whatever they want to do, play, toys, you need to train them to sit down and have a Bible and read and follow what the preacher is saying. You know, and even my own family, there was a time that we weren't doing that. There's a time where we weren't telling them to make sure they have the Bible when they go to church, and we've been rebuked by this. We've been rebuked by this. That is something you gotta give them the Bible. Let them sit and listen, open the Bible, read, and teach them. But with toys and all of that in the church, that's a no. And I think I could answer your other question too, Sister Gina. For kids, as far as what kind of what I see that's very common nowadays is you see a kid and they have the parents' phone and they're on YouTube watching whatever, watching cartoons and all kinds of things. Saints, we need to be so careful what we let our kids watch these days. I'm telling you, there are things in there you see, you'll be surprised. Cartoons, if you know what these cartoons are all about, you would not even watch it, much less giving it to your children. What can a child do to have fun? Well, again, it's going to depend on where you live. Sister Gina, il dépend qui côté tu vas vivre. Soit vivre dans les villes. If you living in the cities, well, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if you're in the cities, I don't know what to tell you. For them they can go to a park and have fun, go to the swing and have fun with them. That's one thing you can do in the cities. Go for a nature walk and stuff like that. But in the country, I tell you put a kid in the country, you don't have to worry about the fun. Look, you put them in the country, you just let them be outside. Look, you do not need to worry. Everything around is fun to them. They have fun with hay. They have fun with the leaves, with the dogs. They have fun with the gardens. Listen, if you put them in the country, you don't need to worry about what you're going to give them for fun. Just let them be. They're going to have their own fun. I'm telling you. What I'm saying, I know it. So that's the answer to your questions. We have 4 more questions here on the line. We have Brother John, then Brother Johnny first, then we'll take Brother John, then Family Estimate, then after that, Elder Carl. All right. Brother Johnny, vous m'êtes parlé.
Ça me donne dire, c'est que, it's like, pour une raison ou l'autre, chaque le monter sur ligne dans gon bagay que m'apprendre davantage. Et m'da souhaité que un petit gens plus éternisé sur question passant financier Greg qui posait lui à propos de life insurance. Parce que moi-même non compagnie qui est le PHP, and this company is giving equity, and c'est un bail life insurance lié. So malgré ça 2 fois m'pas facile. Et puis me reprendre là encore pour me venir au broker. So quand il y a ça me connaît c'est que m'pas c'est que ça dit à propos de life insurance, ça dit très clair et net. So besoin qu'on est là m'pa vle hypocrite avec tête moi parce que si m'pa capable pour comme avec Christian m'pa quoi pour kounya pour moi-même pour m'offrir là à l'autre monde. But still m'a toujours poser question est-ce que kounya là si m'pa gagne moi-même et puis moi c'est un beau cœur et puis moi venir ba l'autre monde est-ce que ça son péché ou bien est-ce que ça son problème ni parce que I'm not gonna lie bagay beaucoup assurance ça dans comparaison c'est celle espoir pour moi like move out the city so konya la m'vinn connait vérité là it's gonna be really tough for me so because c'est celle espoir licence ça so konya est-ce que bien que m'pas gagner m'pas accepter gagner c'est konya là li obligatoire pour moi venir ba l'autre monde bien que m'a honnête avec tête moi pour moi si m'pa vle m'pas ta supposé ba l'autre monde dans mon fait un bref rappel de ça pour moi s'il vous plaît.
All right, thank you very much, Brother Johnny. So Brother Johnny is in a tough situation here. So this is what he said. Brother Johnny said every time he comes on the line, he's learned something good, something new that he didn't know. So he said that we spoke about life insurance, and we read. I don't want to say we spoke. I want to say we read something about life insurance, and this is clear language that it's something we should not be participating in. That she gives many reasons. So now he's saying that his job, well, that's what he does. He kind of works for for insurance companies, and he's been trying to pass a test, and he's unable to do so. He's unable to pass the test. Now he said that this is his only hope. That's the only way he believes he can make money to get out of the cities and into the country. And I see two brothers who just popped up here. I think they have an answer to him. I think I'm going to take them first before I take before I take the other brothers that's on the line. I see two brothers that just popped up. I believe they have an answer to Brother Johnny's question. So I will take them first, then I'll go back to Brother John and Lotman Kitikitanan. So that's the question. He's saying that this was his only hope to get some money and leave the cities is through these insurance companies that he works for. So, and he said he doesn't want to be a hypocrite to tell people to not have it for himself while he's selling it to others. What do we think? Is that something you should do? So I'm going to take Brother Dawson first and then Brother Greg. I believe they have an answer to him. If you have an answer, if it is an answer you have to the question, when I take you, then yes, go ahead and make your points. But if it's something else you want to say, I got to take the other people first because I have so many people right now on the line, on the queue, waiting to talk. And Sister Marie, I see you too. Don't worry. We'll get to you as well. Brother Leslie, I see you. Don't worry. I'm gonna take all of you guys. We're gonna take our time and to take everyone. So, let me just say, Famille Pierre. Well, I have a message. Okay, so Brother Dawson doesn't have a question. It was by mistake. So, Brother Greg, I believe you have an answer to the brother. I'm going to go ahead and take you, brother. And after that, we'll go to Brother John, then Famille Estimé, then Brother Carl, then Sister Marie. All right, Brother Greg, go ahead, sir.
Okay. First thing I would like to say is I wouldn't, for my brother, use the word only way, only hope. Because, we serve a big God. But here's what I want to say. The Bible says, render unto Caesar the things that are Caesar and unto God the things that are God. Here's the principle. The scriptures that I gave where the Lord will take care of his people, that's exactly what it is. It's for his people. Now, we do live in a world where a lot of the promises don't apply to the people in the world that is in sin, etc. So the life insurance principle become a good idea for people in the world because God, when a Christian dies, the Lord have ways of providing. He have a way of, if it's the church or brethren coming together to lay the person to rest, or however the Lord may do it. But that doesn't apply to the general public. There are people that die and there's no family, there's no funds to bury that person. You see what I mean? So that promise, if that person died not in Jesus, that promise does not apply for them. So then a life insurance policy makes sense for someone in the world. I don't know if y'all might totally agree with me, but this is where I'm going with. It's the same way with the healthcare. As Adventists, we have some of our healthcare professionals that's Adventists in their present truth, and they work in the hospital. You know that medication is not right, in essence, for someone to be on. But when you're working in a hospital and you get somebody that comes in with a chronic illness or pain, you're not going to say, no, I'm not going to give you the medication. You're going to take these herbs. You can't do that because that person is not of your faith. They don't understand it. So if they're coming to the hospital for service, you have to render those services to them, which is not salvific. So if I'm a nurse and I prescribe a medication or I give a medication to a patient, that does not put me in hell because I wouldn't take the medication. It's because there's a different principle for the world and a different principle for the church. We are the children of light. So God is saying for you guys, your hope should be centered on God above. But for them, they're not. They're dying. You see what I'm saying? So it's the Lord that put these things out there so that he can sustain them, even though that they're dying. So for the world, he say, okay, you could take the pain medication to relieve you. You can take the life insurance because when they die, they don't have money. There's a lot of these families, they don't have money to bury the loved one. They don't have anything that the family can live off of, etc. But when the Christian is, Christ is our only way. Christ is the one that is leading and directing and providing. But that principle is not a promise for people that live in sin. So that's my response to it. My response is, brother, you know what the Bible says for the Christian, but for the world, I look at it like everything else that we do. There are companies that we work for that we probably don't agree with everything that they do, but we work with them because it doesn't go against the Bible. It doesn't take away our freedom of choice or freedom of religion. But we service the world with it, and it's not salvific. So my answer is, to me, I don't see it salvific if he sells it to the world. I don't see it as salvific.
Okay. Thank you very much, Brother Greg. Now we'll go to Brother John.
Nous disons Dieu merci pour Brother Claudie qui vient avec point ça, parce que c'est le Saint-Esprit même qui pousse pour venir avec question ça. Il y a une question qui a pile problème. So, à travers nous les adventistes du septième jour. Gagnons ce adventiste qui vient avec dossier ça sur moi 2 fois. Moi refusé. Mais moi refusé, pas jamais gagné, pas jamais gon côté m'était capable venir avec me dire OK, mais cela est pas bon. Seulement content de yo dit OK, adventiste pas supposé prendre life insurance. So il vient 2 fois m'pa prendre la même. Mais chaque loi me dit est-ce que m'a décidé, me dit non, m'pa quoi besoin. Et me dit bon de Marc merci tout pour réponse ça, li vinn avec. Je souhaite quoi capable soit voyer sous groupe chat là que me capable prendre, mais c'est chercher le tout là en français, me pense c'est témoignage pour l'église. M'pa pourquoi là qui chapitre sous ka partager la avec ça fait bien. Et me dit merci tout pour bon de Greg pour réponse là. Je pense que il y a une réponse qui gagne pile importance là parce que parfois ou OK, je prends un exemple très clair. On gon les gon monde qui dit mon bail comme ça, so m'a travaille pour une compagnie. So et puis il dit moi ça pour qui ça que m'a vendre on sait parce qu'ils vendent tout produit, ils vendent tout dans so bail pour chrétien pas ta supposé mettre bail pour pas utiliser même. Il dit pour qui ça que moi même en tant que chrétien m'a travaille là m'a vendre. Il dit bon ça pas rien rapport avec. So seulement aller pour me faire comme moi me faire. Et puis c'est pas moi qui parle mettre son bail ou mettre online pour vendre, so c'est comme ça. OK, so bon de ma ka partager réponse là pour moi sur groupe là m'a prendre sur gain là en français tout la fait bien, merci.
All right. No problem. Thank you very much, Brother John. Yes, I will try to I will try my best to find it in French, and I will send it both French and English to the Bible study group chat that we have on WhatsApp. If anyone here is not in a group chat, you want to be added, let us know. We can add you to the Bible study group chat that we have on WhatsApp. So his question, Brother John was saying that he's very happy that that Brother Claude asked that question, and he believed it was the Holy Spirit that impressed Brother Claude to ask this question, because somebody has been coming to him so many times to try to sell him insurance, but he kept saying no to the person. Because he used to hear that Seventh-day Adventist is not supposed to be involved in these things, but he never really got a quote or something for it. So you could never really tell the person, go read that. So then he's very happy that we were able to share this. So now he knows what to say to the person. And let me say this now. I'm going to take famille estimée, you next. But before I take you, let me say this. We have to be balanced now. Now, at my job, I think it's good that I say this, because at my job, it is required that we have life insurance, meaning they don't take any money from my paycheck. The state just pays for everything. The state pays for everything. Look, it's you don't even know you have it. It's like it's automatic. You can't remove it if you want to, because they're not taking it from your paycheck. It really has nothing to do with me. So I have it, but it's out of my control. You got what I'm saying? I want to make sure I say this, because should something happen to me, and then it turns out, you hear that I had insurance, and then people are going to say, well, hold on. I thought he was talking about this, and he had life insurance. But so I'm saying this because I have it. Okay, I have it's out of my control. Okay, it's out of my control. It's just every employee have it. They don't take nothing out of your paycheck to pay for it. It's just the state covers everything. So I want to make sure I say this to just clarify some things. Okay, famille estimée, go ahead.
Oui, qui fait me deviner avec question, c'était vraiment content pour un pile et connaissance ça c'est partagé, parce que gen bagay moi-même tout pas connais, parce que même l'église là Sinaïm de Sinaï toujours un pile monde Sinaï qu'on a offrir monde ça, et gon c'est qui te offrir ça, et me dire pas en mesure pour me prendre life insurance, parce que là ça me pas travail. Évidemment ben sous mon reward marqué ça avant de me senti son insulte, et puis qu'on me dit moi vais la caille même détailler même pour me dit bon Dieu protège moi, parce que dame tellement fâché pour peut-être me pas prendre life insurance là, li ba madichon, comprendre, et comme son madichon ba moi il fâché là dit ça, c'est un bagage moi même pas décider quoi. Qu'on vinn prendre life insurance, c'est pas dame vinn marier. Et puis madame moi gagne elle dit bon faut nous tous les dégager, mais à ce qui fait me poser question, c'est pas dans une compagnie assurance qui te vinn on monde qui te vinn nous là, et puis il fait là il vend life insurance, et puis qu'on a li tout poser nos questions si nous pas intéressés, et puis là nous dit nous gain life insurance, déjà il dit balwe policier que nous gagne, là balwe policier li met devant en tête, li dit comme ça, policier ça li tricky. Ça veut dire ou te gen doit connaître au monde ou pral joindre l'argent et puis ou pas joindre l'argent. Là nous garder comme nous bail depuis tant date nous prend assurance là, nous n'avons 5 000 épis de dollars. Et puis imaginons yo trick nous dans assurance là, tandis que assurance là si par exemple nous t'amour bien madame t'amour nous pas besoin l'argent. Ça te aussi vraiment fait mal comme si pour me prendre tout comme ça pour me bailler un compagnie les fini yo trick moi. Ça veut dire assurance là li gen doit joindre on parti consort ou non pas en même. Donc c'est ça qui fait ça t'a bouleversé l'esprit. Me dit qu'est-ce qu'on me poser question à Solène là pour me connaître plus. Est-ce que son bagage chrétien doit investir comme vous? Parce que pour moi même là ou payer la comme ou payer pour la vie pour sous ta mourir, c'est comme Samuel. Donc c'est ça me d'ava ajouter. Merci.
All right. Thank you very much, brother. So brother was saying that he was the one who asked the question, and he said that the reason that he asked the question is because somebody, people been offering him life insurance, and he didn't used to have it, but once he got married, him and his wife, they decided to have it, and because somebody came to the house, and when they find out what type of insurance that he had, they told him that it was something. There was a trick to it, where they were paying insurance, but they didn't really have any coverage. Like should one of them were to pass away, they wouldn't have anything. They wouldn't have any benefit. So that's when he realized, hey, we need to do something about this, and he wanted to ask this question to see what we would say. All right, Elder Carl, you're next. If you can try to keep it both languages for us, brother. I know. God give you the gift of tongue. So, brother Carl, go ahead, brother.
Yes, brother. Happy Sabbath. Bon sabbat tout le monde. Moi-même, intervention par moi pral bali après, mais madame moi, te gen un élément de réponse qu'il te besoin et partager à question sur des jeunes déposés et au sujet de Timoun et cabine l'église avec poupée, etc. Donc, m'a passé lui pour le capable ba élément de réponse là et puis moi m'a ba pas après.
Mais moi salue nous tous qui soulignent. Alors moi ça pensé à question que ce a été posée concernant pour bailler Timoun yo poupée pour capable jouer. Est-ce qu'on capable bailler Timoun nan poupée pour jouer dans l'église là? Et puis m'a pensé avec ça même ça vient tout le temps qu'on a pensé à ça avant. M'a dit que Exode 20 dit nous constate tu ne feras pas de représentation quelconque. Donc moi-même, non sens côté que, on nous dit par exemple, lorsque le peuple d'Israël là, il a fait vaudor là, il fait une représentation, mais il a fait en or. Mais ça que nous, nous, si nous, ou bien, si poupée, c'est représentation, il n'y a pas représentation en or, mais il y a juste différents matériaux. Il y a juste différents de ça que le peuple d'Israël a fait, mais c'est juste non, et, avec immatériel que vous faites. Mais c'est quand même une représentation. Donc, bien que nous pas adorer, mais la Bible dit pas faire représentation et pas mettre à genoux pas adorer. Donc, faire représentation quelconque, et puis lorsque nous prenons nous-mêmes, même si c'est pas nous faire, mais acheter lui, bah, petit nous jouer avec lui. Donc, moi que ça c'est un bagage, ça c'est un bagage.
I don't know if something happened, but Brother Carl, I think we might have lost your wife. Can you hear us, brother? And then après ça, Sister Père Juste, après ça, we'll get you later after that, Sister Père Juste. But Brother Carl, we seem to have lost you. Can you hear? Okay, well, while they trying to get back, what the Brother Carl's wife, Stephanie, that's her name, Sister Stephanie, what she was saying is the Bible tells us in Exodus 20 that we should not make unto thee any graven images or any likeness of anything that is in heaven or and so on. So she's saying when you take a doll, you give your child a doll, it is a type of representation of something. Even though you probably were not the one who made it, put it together to carve it, but it's still a likeness of something. So she believes that it is not something. She said it's something she's been thinking about. She's been pondering upon this very questions because she see it happen many places. So she was wondering about that. And I think Brother Carl just joined us back. Let me see if Brother Carl, I was just translating what your wife was saying. But I know you said you had questions yourself. So if she's finished, then you can go ahead and ask your question or say what you wanted to say, brother. But I just translated what your wife was saying.
Yes. Are you able to hear me now?
Yes.
All right. You done? Oh, yeah. My wife said she's done.
Okay.
Yeah. My intervention was in regard of the life insurance. It is in French. I just found it in Témoignage pour l'Église, volume 1, chapitre 33. Assurance.
Amen. Amen, brother.
Yes. Moi, bon, lorsque vous commencez à parler de l'IA, I have to be honest. I was kind of sad because, pour moi-même, it's a practical way to look at life. Mais again, I had to say to myself, it's either I believe the testimonies or I don't.
Yes, sir.
So pendant que, en tant que petit bon Dieu, nous pas qu'à comme si les conseils de bagaille qui entre dans avantage, nous dit amen, et puis l'autre bagaille pas fin entrer dans avantage, nous, et dans avantage charnel, nous, et puis pour nous rejeter. Donc, I was being tested a few minutes earlier, mais I'm beginning to agree with it parce que when you think about it, moi madame nous fait parler de ça. Bagay assurance vie ça li entraîner en pile crime. Par contre sinon qu'on a suivi histoire yo. Il y a deux maris qui prend $1,000,000 assurance sous de madame yo et puis ils font combinaison, ils touye madame nan pour qu'a jeune cobla qu'a prêté. Ouais, parents fait combinaison, éliminer petite, madame fait éliminer mari. Donc, ils sont instruments vraiment que l'ennemi a utilisé pour moun qui aime l'argent en pile, parce que nous connaissons l'amour de l'argent et la racine de tous les maux. Donc, et depuis que on bagaille, ça que me commence à venir réaliser, depuis que on bagaille, gon ouverture que Satan a utilisé, God doesn't want his people to have anything to do with it. Sure. It's going to be hard to, it's going to be, and my suggestion is, every time we're about to share this light with loved ones, we have to pray first, ask God to soften their hearts for them to accept. Because it's not something that most of us were used to.
Right.
So it's not. But again, in French, it's chapter 33, chapitre 33, Assurance sur la vie. N'a venu témoignage pour l'Église, volume 1.
Thank you, brother. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So pretty much he pretty much covered both languages. So thank you very much, brother Carl. Yes, and Sister Paris, you next. But I had some other people on the queue, on the question queue. but I don't see them anymore. If you still want to talk, right now I only have Sister Père Juste. But if you still want to talk, make sure you press the button so you can be added into our queue. Before I let Sister Père Juste talk, let me say this. Saints, we are being tested, and I agree very much with what Brother Carl said. There will be things that we will read, and we'll feel like, hold on a second. Really? This is wrong? Really? It is God opening our eyes. Let me tell you something. When you read something like this, saints, do not, I'm telling you, do not quick to say, oh, no, this is not good. No. Be like the Jews in Acts chapter 3, verse 20-something. When Peter stood up and preached, and they say they were pricked in the heart. They didn't say, oh, you're trying to criticize me, or you're trying to condemn me. That's not what they said. They said, what must we do to be saved? And Peter said, repent and be baptized. When you hear something like this, saints, that's what our reaction needs to be. Remember in John 6, Jesus was saying some hard stuff. People were like, man, how can he be saying these things? Let me read you some of the things that Jesus was saying in John chapter 6. Listen to this. Verse 53. Then Jesus said unto them, verily, verily, I say unto you, except ye eat my flesh, the flesh of the Son of Man, and drink his blood, ye have no life in you. For my flesh is meat indeed, and my blood is drink indeed. And then, listen to this. When you get down to verse 60, many therefore of his disciples, his own disciples, when they had heard this, they said, this is a hard saying. Who can hear it? And they went and followed Jesus no longer. There will be some hard stuff, saints. There will be some hard saying. We will have to make some radical decisions. I'm telling you, we will have to. We will have to make some radical decisions, okay? So let me let Sister Miluz talk, and then I will translate what she says. Again, if you want to say something, right now I only have Sister Père Juste on my queue. If you still want to talk, on your screen so I can add you to my queue. Sister Père Juste.
Oui, bonsoir tout le monde. Moi,
Bonsoir.
juste une besoin pour te élaborer et essayer d'expliquer qui ça veut dire Matthieu 5, verset 43 à 45. Qui ça vraiment veut dire pour un chrétien, vraiment élaborer sur lui. Je ne vais pas caler parce que je vais conduire, so, on calme.
Okay, it says Matthew 5, verses 43 through 45. Okay? All right. Thank you very much. We'll talk about it. So her question is, she's driving, so she cannot read it. She just wants us to read Matthew 5, verses 43 through 45. And she's saying, what does that mean? Can we talk about these few verses? Can we talk about it a little bit? Let me read them. It says, ye have heard that he had been said, thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thy enemy. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you, that ye may be the children of your Father which is in heaven. For he maketh his sun to rise on the evil and on the good. He sendeth rain on the just and on the unjust. So she is wanting to know what we think of this verse. If somebody has, I like to let the saints talk, if you notice, because I do a lot of talking. I want to let the saints talk. But I'm going to have my wife here, Sister Brandy will read it in French.
Matthieu 5, verset 43 à 45. Tu aimeras ton prochain et tu haïras ton ennemi. Mais moi, je vous dis, aimez vos ennemis, bénissez ceux qui vous maudissent, faites du bien à ceux qui vous haïssent, et priez pour ceux qui vous maltraitent et qui vous persécutent, afin que vous soyez fils de votre Père qui est dans les cieux, car il veille sur les méchants et sur les bons, et il fait pleuvoir sur les justes et sur les injustes. Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. So we hear the verses. If you have something you want to say here, want to shed some light on this verse for our sister, please let us know. We have Brother Johnny. Brother Johnny, I know you had asked a question and you had some answers. Par contre, peut-être sur whatever so again, maybe une question again, ou bien vous voulez ajouter un point ou pas de problème. We'll take Brother Johnny right now, and don't forget, if anybody has something they want to say to Sister Perish's question on Matthew 5:43 through 45, let us know. Brother Johnny.
M'dap dit que à propos de question, m'dap vraiment clair de réponse. M'ba changer non citoyen qui t'a parlé, m'dap vraiment clair de réponse. But comme madame n'a juste posé une question, parce que il fait sens pour analyser question par là, pour mieux après ça, ou t'es capable de retourner sur question là encore, parce que m'dap vraiment clair de réponse.
All right. So Brother John was saying that he is not too clear on he had asked a question, and he's saying that he is not clear on his answer. So pretty much his question is, can he sell life insurance if he does not have it? Like, he can't have it for himself, but can he sell it? That was his question, and he's saying he needs like a clarification. He needs some answers. So nous pas de problème, nous doit qu'importe la question nous gagnons réponse pour lui, nous ka attaquer lui. I'm looking at Matthew 5:43 to 45 here. I believe what Jesus was saying is what Jesus wanted to show or wanted to teach. You have what's called the letter of the law, and you also have the spirit of the law. The letter of the law would be, do not kill. The spirit of the law would be, do not hate. If you hate, you have committed murder in your heart. So I think Jesus was trying to point out the spirit that's behind the law, the spirit of the law. So he was saying that if somebody does you harm, somebody hurt you, I don't want you to do the same thing to them. I want you to love them, to pray for them. People who curse you, to bless them. People who use you, to love them. I believe that's what Jesus was trying to point out. But we have two brothers who would like to speak. I'm going to let them talk, and then we'll add some more to it. Elder Carl, and then Fami Simega. Brother Carl.
Yes. Once again, good evening, brethren. Ça que m'doublié. Est-ce que nous entendons bien?
Yes, excellent. Yes, we hear you.
Ça que m'doublié ajouter tout à l'heure, c'est concernant même question ça frère a été posé à frère qui travaille dans rubrique assurance là. Bon, ça fait moi plus content encore de ce que nous venons sur sujet ça parce que moi j'ai plus d'un an là depuis mon cousin moi dans Pennsylvania qui a essayé de rentrer dans le business ça. Chaque fois pour me rentrer vraiment un grand empêchement. Ouais, que deux fois les fins convaincre moi pour m'entrer là-dedans. Bon, à l'époque même connaît que si en tant qu'adventiste, septième jour nous pas supposé nous voir dans bas ça. Mais toujours un empêchement qui empêche de rentrer là-dedans. Dans ce maintenant, me vois une vidéo on sermon bah monsieur à la vérité monsieur pas adventiste. Et puis sur ce monsieur profiter lui écrire moi les textes moi il dit actuellement le besoin parler avec moi. Et me dire qu'on est depuis le besoin parler avec moi c'est sous là pour demander est-ce que me paraît pour m'entrer dans business vendre mon assurance là. Les monsieur, je jeune monsieur, et jusqu'on y a beaucoup de jeune monsieur. Mais qu'on y a, par la grâce de Dieu, grâce à l'étude, ça, on a une réponse définitive. Ça, c'est un. M'abdé à connaître pour me dire que, ça, m'a associé avec lui. Ça, c'est à cause de ma foi. Because of my faith. Je dis bon Dieu merci pour ça. Deuxièmement, si nous pas quoi là-dedans, est-ce que nous pouvons vendre mon nez? Non. Nous pas vendre mon nez. Alors, moi-même, dans conviction personnelle, moi, nous pas vendre. Et ça fait tout pas bon. Et intervention, Brother Greg te fait, li balancer. Mais malgré tout, pas fin trop appuyer sur lui parce que, par exemple, le Brother Greg dit, bon, the world, they don't have Jesus. Ouais, puisque pas gen Jésus, il y a besoin d'assurance là, ouais, parce que nous-mêmes nous gen Jésus, nous pas besoin d'assurance là. Mais c'est comme ça tout. Moi-même ça fait m'ba fin trop à l'aise avec intervention ça. C'est comme ça tout me décati bon en tant que chrétien, bon et l'aime gen problème et m'kon côté malé m'gen Jésus pour mal nan pied Jésus mal créer problème moi bali. À cause de ça, moi, m'pas besoin fumer cocaïne. Ouais, m'pas besoin prendre drogue. Mais, brother qui nan bloc là, ouais, qui pas gen Jésus lui-même, li besoin de drogue là pour le capable oublier problème ni. Ouais. Donc, dans cas ça, m'ka vendre brother ya, drogue là pour le capable oublier problème ni. Alors moi-même, c'est parallèle ça me c'est fait avec lui qui fait que m'pas fin trop à l'aise avec lui. S'il pas bon pour moi, je ne vais pas offrir l'autre pour lui. Parce que ça c'est numéro un. Deuxièmement, those that are in the world, the reason why they need life insurance is because they don't have Jesus. Our mission is to give them Jesus. That's why we need to offer them Jesus, the ultimate life insurance. The ultimate life insurance, because Jesus is the eternal life insurance. Amen. Donc cela veut dire que puisque au monde là, mondial, il pas gain Jésus, c'est ça fait moi faut moi offrir Jésus. Donc si me vinn arriver dans point que m'paka m'vinn wel pas bon pour moi à cause de foi moi c'est parce que son manque de foi lié qui fait un lit d'après ça nous saute li là nous tous saute li ensemble. Donc m'pense et le nous pas connaît mais le nous vinn connaît well it's gonna be tough mais maybe son le travail pour bien aimer à chercher. Et bien, son le travail, mettez ça devant bon Dieu. Alors, les papas n'ont que levé, peut-être courir, l'année créé le pas show up. Ouais, mais il a toujours, mais qu'on a assez, c'est frapper les portes, par la prière, bon Dieu, ouvrons l'autre porte, pour le capable de faire l'autre travail, mais le pas qu'à continuer à faire travail ça encore. Parce que s'il n'est pas bon pour nous, certainement, le pas qu'à offrir l'autre monde tout. Ça, c'est intervention par moi.
Thank you very much, Brother Greg. Elder Carl. I appreciate it. So, I mean, it's clear what he was saying. You know, pretty much the answer to Brother Johnny's question is you can't have it for yourself, and so that means you cannot sell it. Something's not good, it's not good, regardless of whether you or not you know Christ. Pretty much that's what he was saying, that he doesn't believe that we should be selling it if we don't have it ourselves. And we need to give the world Jesus. That's what they need, Jesus, in order to not have the need for life insurance. Famille Simera. So Famille Simera, again, same thing. If you can kind of try to keep it bilingual, that would help us a little bit. Famille Simera, go ahead.
Happy Sabbath, everyone. This is Leslie.
Oh, Brother Leslie, how you doing, sir? I thought it was wifey.
Yes. Thank you. What I was going to answer, I was going to go back to the question that my sister asked. Pretty much what these verses are saying to me is that just as we are God, Jesus is twice over by creation, also by redemption. Jesus is trying to have a people that will, bear his character perfectly. And so if Jesus, the way that we treated God in the beginning, we pretty much turn our faces away from him by falling into sin. But he did not forsake us, but he sent his son Jesus to redeem us. It's the same way that the verse is saying to us, listen, we need to have the same love that Jesus has in his heart towards our brethren and our sisters. And until we come to a place where we allow Jesus to form that character in us, it is important that we do that. And so the love that Jesus has is the same love that we need in order for us to bear fruits. And we know the fruit of the Spirit, what they are. And so we need those character building. We need to allow Jesus to work within our hearts and within our minds, that we may be able to function with our brothers and our sisters. Because if Jesus has said, okay, well, those that are striking me, those that are kicking me, and those that are punishing me, I'm just going to, eradicate them. That would not have been the love, and he could not have fulfilled, the redemption plan that he did on the cross. And so, the Bible is saying that those people that are hating you, you're supposed to be loving them. It's not easy to do, practically, by just talking about it, it's there, but we need to come to that experience where we allow Jesus to take control of our minds and take possession of our spirit, that we may be able to bear the character. Because, Christ's object lesson tells us that if we do not come to a place where we bear the character of Christ completely, we won't be able to enter into heaven. You cannot go to heaven with the same hard heart that you have towards your brothers and your sisters. You need to have the character of Christ, that we may be able to enter into heaven. So he was trying to tell the disciples and everybody else, this is what I need you to do. The sin that you see with me, the sin love that you see that I have towards the world, it's the sin that you need to have towards the world as well. That was just my intervention, and that's what I wanted to say to my sister. Now, I also wanted to say something as well to my brother, and I understand when he says that he was not really satisfied with the answer, because just like my brother Carl said, if something is not good for you, it's gonna put a burden in your heart to be able to sell that product. Because at this point, you will be living a double life. You will live in a life, because if it's not good for you to do, you've come to the light, you've seen the light. I believe, when God shows us, something, we need to run with it and we need to leave that behind. Because what he's trying to do is to bring us to another place in life. And I believe, brother, we need to, take Jesus at his words when he says that he will he will give you all that you need. And I think, as men, we need to come to a place to understand that we need to have faith in the Lord and really put our faith of Jesus, in Jesus, to take care of all of our needs. And if we're waiting to do things on our own and trying to, to preview what needs to be done, that's not having faith. That's just trying to work in our own self, trying to make things happen on our own. But when we take those things away from us, and when we put our lives in in the hands of Jesus, Jesus will help us so much. So that's just my intervention.
Yes. Thank you very much, Brother Leslie. We appreciate it. We really appreciate it. Saints, let me share this with you. Before, I'm going to have one more thing I'm going to read, and that's pretty much going to be it unless you guys have something else. Keep in mind, if you want to say something, it's possible that you think you press the button, and because sometimes people say they wanted to talk, but they couldn't. If you're having issues, send a message so I can just unmute your line, okay? If I can't, because right now I don't have anybody that's in the line to talk. So listen, saints, faut que nous fassions attention. Le nous finissons de bagages ça, parfois faut que nous prier. Jean Baudelaire quand il dit ça, soit le partager ça avec nous, nous besoin prier avant, parce que me dit sujet ça c'est pas un sujet me présenter à tout le monde. Et parfois on pense qu'ils font bien, ils sont mal au fait. Faut qu'on demande bon Dieu wisdom pour pouvoir partager ça avec le monde. Plusieurs églises nous adventistes c'est assurance yo vendre. Yo parfois monter sous cher fait advertising pour assurance. C'est assurance yo vendre. On pile yo en église yo. Listen, pas courir pour message pour aller courir, aller présenter. Bien, faut qu'on demande bon Dieu wisdom pour voir qui est ce monde qui prêt. Ou on ça me réaliser tout le monde qui sous le nom à soyant. C'est le monde qui prêt, qui fait bon Dieu permettre nous présenter ce sujet là. Because I've been thinking about it. Because nous presque fini avec le livre qu'on a plié. I was thinking what kind of subject I could bring. Should I bring this? And I didn't mention it. And so I'm happy that came up, and I see that the Lord saw it was fit that we can talk about it now. But be very careful when you share that with your brethren. It's not, remember, I can't remember that verse, but please somebody remind me of that verse. Where Jesus told his disciples, there are many things I want to tell you, but you are not able to bear them now. Please somebody remind me of that verse. There are many things I want to say to you, but you are not able to hear them. You are not able to bear them. I'm telling you, in the Christian life, there are stages that we are in. We are not ready yet to listen or to receive certain truths. God is not going to give them to us until we're ready. So, I'm sorry. So be very careful as to who you're going to share this with, and be very, very prayerful about it. Brother Johnny, go ahead, sir.
Nous tient personnel gen laissé ou m'bral texte pour l'offre nouvelle pour si que m'ka toujours poser mais si m'pas de poser.
Okay, ou met texte. Do you know how to est-ce qu'on connaît comment pour texte dans groupe chat là? Non, et pas groupe chat là non ou utiliser pour étudiant. Ou connaît comment pour un message personnel?
Non, oui, là c'est comment m'a just texte sur WhatsApp seulement si ça va un problème.
No, pas de problème. Il n'y a pas de problème du tout. You can go ahead and send it. All right. All right. So, Brother John.
Ma présenté la maison lumière sur lui parce que on a parlé dans le travail avec John adventiste.
John, nous Brother John, nous partons d'autre bien, non? Bien peut-être que tu es un signal là, pas trop bon. Nous partons d'autre bien, non, John? He's breaking.
Ok, font tout temps. Bon,
ok.
Nous dit m'a présenté sujet là, et même besoin c'est
John, nous va attendre bien toujours, non? En fait, pas bon, non?
Hold on. Qu'est-ce qui passe internet là? Est-ce que nous entendons plus ou moins là?
Oui.
Et plus ou moins là?
Oui, nous entendons plus ou moins.
Ok. Moi, t'as parlé dans le travail, moi, avec un adventiste, et puis, il dit, ça m'a dit non là, peut-être si nous avons bon plus lumière de ça. So, me te dit pour chercher côte là pour le dévorer pour moi. Te dit me chercher, bon, l'aime venir écrire, il dit me pourquoi elle. OK. Les dit comme ça, il dit pas son là qui livre soit il trouver ça dans conseil sur la nutrition. Il dit si on présenter un message ba yon non adventiste et puis moun nan ta offre un plat, il offre viande, il dit si c'était ouais comme ça ou ka manger. So m'pa connait m'boko li dit chercher côté la moi si toutefois gon moun nan groupe là qui lit ça déjà fait me connait côté m'ka jeune et puis ba montre idée de ça. Il dit m'ka manger depuis c'est il m'a présenté viande bon mais il pas parler il pas dit c'est n'importe viande ça dit viande cochon viande qui puis il pas parler de ça il dit viande ou ka manger fait me connait si nous avons idée de ça.
So, Brother John,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Brother John. Réponds une question encore, s'il vous plaît.
OK. Yon somme de parler avec le travail là, yon adventiste. Les dit comme ça, il dit pas songer là qui livre, mais peut-être il est capable de conseil sur la nutrition. Il dit comme ça, Sister White dit comme ça, soit le présenter, soit le parler au monde de l'évangile qui pas adventiste. Si moun sa ta offre un plat ça c'est viande, il dit ou ka manger viande parce que si faut pas manger ou ka vinn servir yon soit un blocage pour moun nan, il dit ou supposé manger. So, fait me connaître si nous avons idée de ça et dans qui livre peut-être il joine ça sinon si nous avons idée de ça fait me connaître.
All right. Thank you very much, brother. Bon, let me see. Okay, two things. First, I want to say thank you to Brother Samuel. It's John 16:12. John chapter 16, verse 12, where it says, I have many things to say unto you, but you cannot bear them now. I have many things to say, you cannot bear them now. John 16:12. Thank you, Brother Samuel. I appreciate it. All right. So, Sister Pierre wanted to add something to our. She sent me a message. She wanted me to share it with you all. It says, we are to look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 18. The exchange we make in the denial of selfish desires and inclinations is an exchange of the worthless and transitory for the precious and enduring. This is not a sacrifice, but an infinite gain. So sometimes nous pensons na perdre yon bagay nan monde là, nous pensons son sacrifice lié, pas sacrifice vrai. Ça bon Dieu dit nous quitter dans monde là, c'est parce que bon pour vous. Son gain lié. Ça veut dire nous pensons son pète ou fait et pas pète lié vrai, son gain lié. Something better is the watchword of education. It says, the law of all true living. Whatever Christ asks us to renounce, he offers in its stead something better. There it is. Thank you very much, Sister Pierre, Sister Cherry. Thank you very much for sharing that with me. So, le bon demande vous nous give up something, li gen yon bagay ki pi bon nan mind pour nous. So, so pense au give up, le penser son problème sur give up là, it's not really. Bon Dieu toujours qu'on va équiper bon. Now, Brother John, question là, listen. Moi j'aime beaucoup lire ça le dit. Now, m'pas dire va écrit. But moi beaucoup lire. I've never read it, so m'pas pas vraiment quelques commentaires sur lui. On comprend ça me dit parce que beaucoup lire. C'est pour moi de mon plus share with you côté le joindre ça le dit. Ok, là, mon nom, je vais faire n'a parler sur lui. Parce que parfois, il y a des choses qui écrit tout, il faut que nous connaissions le contexte. Par exemple, un côté, Sister White dit, mangez œufs. Un côté, il y a plusieurs côtés, il dit pas mangez œufs. Mais un côté, il dit mangez œufs. Mais il faut qu'on lit tout passage là pour qui contexte que le dit dans Jésus. So, contexte c'est tout bagaille. Brother Greg, then Brother Estimé.
Thank you, Brother Mark. I wanted to speak on my positioning on the insurance thing, and I want to thank Brother Carl and the other guy that gave their response. I see where Brother Carl is coming from, and I want to thank him for that response. There are some things that are salvific, and there are some things that are sin. There are some things in the Bible that are gray areas. There are some things that is forbidden, abomination. If you look at insurance itself, let's look at the insurance policy itself. In a nutshell, insurance is to put money away for when you die. There's nothing satanic about that, because the Bible teaches we need to put money away for a rainy day. We have to have the Bible teaches we have to have money set aside so when there are emergencies. That's what Joseph did. Joseph told Pharaoh we need to put money aside. So the principle of putting money aside is not satanic. Let's try to understand what Ellen White was saying here. Because life insurance is connected with death, God does not want us to focus on that, because he's not the God of the dead but the God of the living. Now, there are some things that in the Bible that God say don't do that, and then he says do. For example, when the message went to the Gentiles, the Bible clearly said that you had to be circumcised in order to come into the camp of Israel, to be accepted. But Paul comes in and he says, no, you don't have to be circumcised. See, the disciples, they had a problem with that, but that was God that was telling them that. The disciples, they went to pluck the fruit from the tree on the Sabbath, which was wrong. But Jesus told them, no. Have you not heard what David did? And then you have instances, and over, Gideon. Gideon was not a priest. And God told him, you're going to officiate as a priest. But if you officiated as a priest, you would be struck dead if you go and do that stuff. But God told him, Gideon, you can do it. So there are some things that are not salvific, and there are things that are salvific. Smoking crack, drinking liquor, those things defile the temple. They take away your sanity. They take away your livelihood. Those things break down the temple. But the practice of life insurance itself, of putting money aside for when you pass on, is not satanic. There are many people in the world that when they die, they don't have anything. And so the family members cannot bury them. So they have to cremate them, or the government have to find some way to lay them to rest. So the world see that, okay, if there was a life insurance in place, that burial would have been in place. The life insurance itself is not satanic, and that's why what Brother Carr says true. You have to pray before you speak to somebody about it, because they will see that as like, what's the big deal? Because the reason why I say it's for the Christian, listen to Jesus himself, not my words, Jesus. Matthew chapter 13, verse 11. Jesus talking to his disciples. That's why when we study the Bible, we have to watch why God do what he does, and why he said what he said at this time. We shouldn't just study the letter of the Bible. We should study his movements so we can understand how he operates. Listen to Jesus. Matthew chapter 13, verse 11. And he answered and said unto them, this is Jesus, because it is given unto you, he was talking to the disciples, it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. What do you mean to them? You told the disciples to go and preach to all nations. What do you mean you telling them to you is to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them is not? Because Jesus was practical. The Bible tells us in Matthew chapter 7, enter ye in at the straight gate, for broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there which will go in thereat. That's a prophecy. It's going to happen. The majority of the world is not going to accept Christ. We can preach it. We have to preach it. But Jesus is saying, he's telling you ahead, the majority is not going to accept me. So, for you that accept me, I'm going to teach you the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. But to them, I'm not going to give it to them. So that's where I get the principle from. There are some things that is for the children of God, and there are some things that is not, that is for the world. And Jesus used that principle when he would allow certain things. Paul had an issue with the meat that was sacrificed unto idols. If Paul says if something offends your brother, don't do it. So there's a principle that shows there's certain things that they're not salvific, they're not satanic. But Ellen White is saying for the Christian, our life should be in Christ, not in a life insurance. But for the world, they will never see nothing wrong with it. But Brother Carl is right. He's right. Sometimes the money is so high, million, and it causes a lot of issues. But if you look at what life insurance has done for the world, it's a good thing. When the person dies, the family have the money to bury the person, and then the kids are able to separate. So you will not get the world to agree with you that is wrong. So it's something that Christ has to teach you. And that's why he says, unto you it is to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but unto them it is not. So that's where we get the principle from. So that's why I said, if the Lord leads you, if he allows you to sell life insurance, it's not salvific. That's where I draw that conclusion, because it doesn't kill you, it doesn't destroy you, it doesn't take you into Satan's camp, because the principle of putting money away for when you die is not satanic, because the Bible teaches that.
All right, thank you very much, Brother Greg. Nous apprécions ça, apprécions un commentaire. Brother Claudie.
Bon, vraiment oublié question pour capra.
Mais pas de problème. Pas de problème, Elder. Pas de problème. So, Brother Johnny, question gain, parce que pour l'ouvrir l'autre question te dit moi voyer pour moi personnel là pour si nous capable sur lui. Nous capable sur lui sans problème. Mais je pense que pour l'ouvrir page là cap prendre une heure encore là. So je pense que vendredi si je veux nous capable sur lui sans problème. On a parlé sur lui sans problème. Même parce que si nous attaquer la soirée là, nous pas faire le défaut. Okay, but estimez pas le point. And then comme Brother Samuel, pourquoi j'en parlais? Bon pour Brother Samuel avant, then m'a tourné sur Brother estimé. Brother Samuel, I know you haven't talked yet. I'll go ahead and take you before Brother estimé. Go ahead, brother.
Yes, hello, good evening, everyone. I just wanted to kind of comment on the death insurance, because that's what it really should be called, death insurance, because it has nothing to do with life. We need to understand that we live in a Western capitalistic society. It costs $0 to bury someone, but we now have the concept of, since we live in a Western capitalistic society, we have to pay for a piece of wood, and to bury a dead person, we have to pay $10,000 average for a cheap funeral to bury someone in God's green earth. You know, so a lot of the things it's a modern construct where what the world does is they create a concept and they make it as if you need it, but in reality you don't need it. They made you need it. It's like saying breathing. You know, breathing is free. It should be free. Water should be free. We should be able to get clean water. But then they make something, they put it in the bottle, and they sell it to you for more money when God made it available. Because I remember visiting someone in the countryside of in Haiti. They were they were peasants basically. Of course, you know, people's gonna die. It's something that you can't avoid. But even to them, the concept of death insurance would be a joke because we're so Americanized. It sounds normal, you know. Just like the person said, it's a practical way in the Western world. But the reason why we have death insurance is because we're very, very, very selfish. Every man for themselves. In the Bible times, when someone dies, tout le monde mette main et puis nous enterrer moun. That's how it works. C'est qu'on bit yo te kon fait et puis qu'on yo enterrer moun. Now, another thing, a lot of times we like to talk about weddings. We don't talk about funerals. Many funerals are more worldly than weddings. Because we have like 20 flowers next to a casket. We pay hundreds or thousands of dollars for flowers. It's so elaborate. C'est pour faire mon ouais. That's why a lot of time in Haiti, I forgot there's a cimetière in Au Cap where the rich people get buried, and in malheureux you enterré on l'autre côté. So début moun na grand nèg you dis y a enterré. I think it's I forgot the name of it. Some Western style cemetery in Au Cap. But if you go around the world in different places, in rural places, moun na mouri na demain on enterré li. That's how it was in the Bible time. If we want to be biblical, that's how Jewish weddings were constructed. Moun na mouri jodia, demain la bate. Us nous fait veiller. We think veiller is normal. They didn't do that in the Bible. You know, open casket. Just research Jewish wedding. The casket was closed. You know, they didn't do what we do. We dress up the person. Si moun a ti diako nes, nou mette même chapeau diako nes, col vest, comme si moun ou mette on ra diako nes moun ap sauvé. So we make it so elaborate, but everything that we do in this capitalistic society is for money. So death insurance has one thing to do, to make money off your back. Parce que d'ailleurs, dans le pays ici, they want you to live in a city. Yo vlo travail ton kon bourrique, et men konya l'eau mouri, l'eau famille mouri, ou pas enterrer tête ou. That's why even in country living in its holistic and biblical sense, we're supposed to include that. Because in the Bible times, when you was in the country, when someone in your family died, you buried them in your property. I know we're living in a society where you really can't do that, but you never know. There might be some places in the United States you can do that, but if you have a dog and a cat and they die, you're going to bury them in your property. So but one thing in the thousands of years ago, the first people who came up with this death insurance were the Romans. The Romans elite did it, but the Jews never practiced this type of thing. You die today, you are buried tomorrow. That's how it went. But we need to think about funerals or death during the time when the mark of the beast is here. You know, when we're in, since we should already be in the country, at the time when we're in the mountain and we're in the caves, during the time when the mark of the beast is already passed, when one of our brothers and sisters die, we're just going to need to bury them, dig a hole and bury them. So we need humility to start that now and reject it. We don't need, it's practical for worldly people because it comes to do with the pride of life. That's what death insurance is. The pride of life. And comme si moun na passe le kore, sou kon sa moun na ka se fréquent avec ou, oh, là ou mouri, oh, ki moun ka pa enterre ou. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. If you die, c'est tout moun mette men enterre ou. We can't just leave you out in the street. During the earthquake in Haiti, 300,000 people died. You think they had life insurance? No. But they still buried them. So at the end of the day, the root issue of death insurance is a question of being prideful. Because because sin brings forth death. So the only way we could insure ourselves against death is through Jesus Christ. But the world will make it sound sophisticated, comme si sou bagay assurance, de vie like uba moun. We need to reject that prideful spirit. Says, yes, we're people, but when we die, we can put our heads together and bury the person. The money that you're saving for death insurance could be used to buy country property. The money for the death insurance could be used to finish the work, instead of putting a little money here and there for when you die, and then you ba un petit funérailles, and then ou gen bel seke qui pa vle di rien. But it's because of the culture that we live in now, the Western capitalistic society that just wants to make money when you die, and then it's every man for themselves. So it fosters selfishness and pride. And remember, the reason they don't call it death insurance is because if they called it that, it wouldn't be appealing. So they call it life insurance to make it seem like it's something positive when it has nothing to do with life.
Right. Well, let me thank you very much, brother Samuel. Vraiment apprécié intervention. In fact, I was going to read something and you mentioned it. It says this in the same book: those who engage in this worldly policy invest means which belongs to God, which He has entrusted to them to use in His cause to advance His work. But few will realize any return from life insurance. And without God's blessing, even these will prove an injury instead of a benefit. So yeah, nous ka utiliser l'argent ça ou nous fait des biens, but un peu le problème là. I never heard of the term death insurance. It's the first time I'm hearing it. It makes sense to me. I'll tell you that. It makes sense to me. You think about it, it's really about death. It's not about life. And I agree completely. In the country, in fact, even in our church, I think somebody died today, they burn them tomorrow. That's how they do it in the country. Somebody died today, you get buried tomorrow. This whole thing, I was talking to somebody, and people died, and then surtout dans la communauté haïtienne, moun yo fè tiye bœuf, tiye cabrit. Man, what? I'll tell you, this is really becoming notre niveau net. So, brother Johnny, vous avez un dernier commentaire. J'aime dire d'où la question là, où t'es posé en privé, n'a élaboré sur les next week. Alright? But comme ça, où t'es posé question, ça, je connais plusieurs monde et bénéficier de réponses qui va y avoir soir. Brother Johnny, you have the last word, and then nous allons fermer.
Na bagali vendredi si Dieu veut, so vendredi si Dieu veut m'a monter et puis na débat là, c'est très important pour moi et me passer pour l'autre monde tout qui t'a même connaît.
Pas de problème. N'a débat ça et par la grâce à Dieu, son question importante, c'est un sujet qui est très important. So n'a débat look, and the good thing is Sister White talks about it. I'm telling you, this lady talks about everything. And so, brother, n'a parlé sur ça et puis n'a présenté qui sa sister l'esprit de prophétie dit sur ça. Oh, faut pas oublier brother estimé, brother Claudine manque oublier où connaît que ou t'es dit ou t'es oublié sur ta parole dit mais on se devant un message pour moi ou dit ou son Gilles. So, mais, brother estimé, côté brother estimé, là. Ok, alright, brother estimé, m'a on mute you qu'on y est là, on m'a parlé. Okay, go ahead now. Yes, we can hear you now.
M'brale rapide. Il y a deux points m'a soulevé. Premier point, c'est côté Fred qui fait que tu parles là, côté ils font bon râler sur life insurance parce que vraiment comme si même sorti dans pomme, ils parlent d'un affaire de fierté, les gens nan mouri pour société a pour faire bel enterrement. Et me rappelle le papa mouri Côté que m'dégé pour m'ta la Haïti pour m'aller supporter l'enterrement. Côté depuis yo relé moi, yo dit pas oublier non, c'est papa un pasteur qui mouri et puis petit l'autre bord comme si moun yo a promoté sou pas font bel enterrement, yo pral critiquer, y a dévaloriser. Je pense que point frère nous saute et pointer là, c'est très important. En plus fois c'est pour fierté. Mais nous dans l'ancien temps, moun yo pas fait toute bagaille ça yo. C'est tandis qu'enterrer moun nan mouri à soi et puis demain yo enterrer. OK. Et l'autre bagaille l'autre point t'a fait passer c'est concernant question Brother Johnny te posé. Bien que c'est pas lui même qui te li pas dame nan pas pour qu'on bal réponse. Mais m'ta comme si m'songe bon texte dans la Bible qui dit l'ol font étude ka yon moun m'kwe même Jésus dit ça il dit pas prend rien il dit nous final côté nous aller nous al bailler message là pas prend rien même de l'eau rien pour nous pas prendre parce que m'songe bon pas songer non gon texte pas songer qui côté le dit ça il dit comme si sous ta prend bagay non même moun non tout prend bénédiction bon Dieu t'a bon bénédiction ou perdil c'est ça que ça me pas penser li nécessaire pour ta manger ka moun nan ni boire c'est ça me t'a ajouter merci beaucoup.
All right, thank you very much. C'est ça. Bon, et étude la c'est bon, nous pas t'avler finir, but nevertheless faut que nous mettre fin. Moi souhaiter que étude la lui-même ils sont bénéfices pour nous tous. Moi personnellement m'apprendre parce que m'était toujours quand parler avec quelqu'un sur sujet et death insurance, c'est comme ça me parler les gars sur sujet death insurance, parfois mon yo qu'on fait incrédulité ou qu'on est. Mais nous avons le bon backup et you know et nous disons tout merci pour ça nous présenter à ce temps. Puis le bel point passé et j'aime toujours dire non, you know are we always going to agree on every single point? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? The key is you respect your brothers and your sisters even though you disagree with them. So you will find people that's gonna camper ferme, va dire non, malgré yo li la dire non. L'esprit de prophétie c'est un test lié pour nous dans temps vivre là. Surtout nous-mêmes qui dit nous quoi. Moun qui pas connaît l'esprit de prophétie eux-mêmes. Ça va test pour yo. Moi ça m'a avoir qui dit nous quoi là-dedans. Non. Le nous les bagages ça c'est test pour nous est-ce que nous vont croire vrai. Il y a un bagage ou li ou pas demander tête ou question est-ce que me croire vrai? Bon, ça plus belle là encore, si je t'aurais parlé sur question voter. Comment est-ce que un adventiste est supposé involve dans bagage ça? Sur politique, bagage politique. Il parle sur maybe next week we'll talk about these things if we remember. Parce que il conseille de bagage Léo, you know, parfois pas besoin de questions pour listen, bagage là clair ou li clair that's it. S'il pas clairement de bon Dieu pour aider au bord lumière, moi gema ou li clair pas fait excuse, li clair just demander bon Dieu pour l'aider pour accepter. All right, saints, so I want to thank you all for your presence tonight and I really appreciate gen nan nous t'ai invité l'autre monde bien content et moun moins gen longtemps pas vraiment ouais à soir moi dit nous moi content ouais nous moi souhaiter que nous la chaque vendredi. Again guys, thank you. Let's pray before we go. Father in heaven, we thank you for bringing us together to study this very important topic. Lord, we thank you for shedding these lights on the word and you made it plain to us. We thank you. We pray that the things that we have heard tonight, we have studied, that may we go and be like a Berean and see if these things were so. And please, Lord, we pray that we will have a spirit of humility, that when we see something, we see it in the word, we read it, we understand it, that we may ask God for help, that we may practice these things. Please be with us now as we depart from one another. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thank you, everyone. Happy Sabbath. God willing, we'll see you again next Friday. All right.